At the very end of the day, we do have an exclusive guest speaker coming in the room. We have an exclusive VIP session. So if you were here yesterday, we went hard yesterday. If you were here yesterday and you found value in this session, go ahead and just put value in the chat. If you learned something new yesterday, just put value in the chat. So listen, today we have a VIP session happening around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Seven Buffin's going to come show you how to scale your brand, your income, and your business by speaking online and on social media and by using content to grow your brand, your business, and your bank account. So if you're not VIP, I just want to remind you one more time because maybe you're new here and you don't know what VIP is. We're having exclusive sessions each day just for those of you all that are VIP members. So team, drop the link in the chat for the VIP upgrade. Plus you get access, this is wild to me. You get all the replays from yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is a day 3. You get all of those, all the replays, plus the exclusive VIP sessions, especially the one tonight with Seven Buffins on content and scaling with speaking on social media. So make sure that you upgrade. If you haven't, if you're VIP, just put VIP in the chat. Or if you're working on VIP, just put working on it. Y'all, listen, it's really a no-brainer. It's really a no-brainer. Plus, we had an amazing VIP Q&A yesterday. If you were a part of that, put value in the chat. You found that VIP Q&A with Marcus yesterday valuable. All right. So shout out to everybody who's upgraded and got the VIP. I saw many of you all actually last night and this morning jumping in still because you were like, hey, I see the value in this. All right. Now, also, we've had a lot of people come to us and they have questions about the mastermind we announced yesterday and that we rolled out. So I want to let you all know that we are still going to be talking about that mastermind today. And our goal is that we bring some clarity to you all that had questions. Many of you all were coming to us and saying, hey, I still need a little help in understanding this part of the mastermind. Hey, is VIP in the mastermind the same? So do you guys give Marcus permission to come up in just a little bit and talk about how you can become an entrepreneur speaker mastermind one more time? Just put a yes in the chat if it's okay if Marcus comes up and just talks about that to bring clarity for those of you all who want to become better in your speaking skills and better at growing your business with speaking. All right. I see. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, Tracy said, great. So if you weren't here yesterday and you're like, what's the mastermind? What is that? It is A-OK. We got you. We got you. We're going to be talking about how you can go about becoming an entrepreneur speaker here today. All right. Now, a lot to cover, a little time, y'all. Hang with me. Hang with me. Tamika says, I completed the poll. I love it. So we went over camera on and have your pen and paper ready. Go ahead. Make sure you stay to the very end. We have giveaways we're doing. Make sure that you're getting the VIP. Hang around to hear about the mastermind. But last thing I'll say is this. I wanted you to revisit the commitment you made with yourself yesterday and the day before. This is the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to pass it to Coach Marcus. Yesterday, you all made a commitment with me, and you said you were going to be here every single day. And you were going to show up to every single session. I know how life can be, and I know how things can change and things can pull us, our energy. I want to revisit that one more time. I don't think you all truly understand how fast your life and business can change because of speaking. You all, I've literally seen people, they 10x their business. Now, I'm not promising or guaranteeing anything here today, but let me see this. Coach, you know what? I've seen people come in and because they focus on this one skill and they go and work with Marcus and take this seriously, their income double, triples, 10x's in 6 months or less. I've seen it happen. When you really focus on dialing in this skill and you commit to this, you all, things can change rapidly. It may not be monetarily. There could be other opportunities and other ways that your business and life changes. But let me say this. I want you all to make a commitment again today to be here and to focus on this skill and to be present with Marcus because you're learning from one of the greatest of our times whenever it comes to speaking and in gaining influence with your voice. So I need you all to put a commit in the chat. Yeah, Sequoia said Coach K is proof. Exactly. Coach K is proof. Actually, we got Alicia Little coming in today and Coach K tomorrow. Who's excited to hear from Alicia Little for her to share a little bit about how you can actually grow your brand with AI, but then also for her to share how she's grown her business with speaking? Who's excited for tomorrow to hear from Coach K how she's been running webinars? She's been growing her brand and scaling her brand with speaking on webinars. Y'all, you better not miss these next 2 days, y'all. Coach K, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Then Marcus, I apologize, bro. I'm bringing you up right now. Coach K went from, I don't think she'll care that I'm saying this. Coach, if you're here listening, my apologies. You can get mad at me offline. Text me, all right? But she went from literally having less than 100 people in her paid community. Then she decided, hey, I'm committing to getting better at speaking. I'm locking with Marcus. Guess what happened? 6 months later, she had over 1,000 people in her community. Fast forward 2 years later, over 5,000 people in her community, all because she said, I'm taking this skill seriously and I'm making it the utmost importance. So that's my encouragement to you all today. Make a commitment to yourself to really hone this skill in. And I'm excited to see what will happen in your life and in your business. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and welcome up Coach. Do you have something to say before we bring up
Yes,
Mark?
I do. Yes, I do. I wanted to answer some questions really quick. So we got like a lot of questions the team has been sending in, people asking about the mastermind. So I just want to do that really, really quickly. So in the mastermind, you get access to 2 systems and 2 skills. Somebody drop that in the chat. 2 systems, 2 skills. 2 systems, 2 skills. What we do is we provide, how many of you, if you were here yesterday, did you enjoy that session, how you were able to see Marcus use absolutely no notes and to frame? Wait, let me even talk about if you were on the bonus, if you want to learn how to do exactly what Marcus does, we will give you his exact framework, his script, so that you can create powerful, powerful presentations. Anybody wants to know how to present, just like what you saw yesterday. Then we had the bonus at 5 p.m. where we got to interview Dr. Shante. She was on the summit day one, did not know that she was going to have a podcast interview, and you saw that interview live on spot. How many of you want to learn how to be prepared? People are like, amazing. How many of you want to learn how to be prepared to present on the spot? Like, we just call you up and you're able to organize information in your head so that you could speak clearly without rambling. That's one of the skills that you will learn, the skill of speaking. You also learn the skill of sales, because we are what? Entrepreneur speakers. We are what? I can't hear you. Entrepreneur speakers. People who speak for the purpose of growing their brand. Let me see if you guys know the rest. Speak for the purpose of growing their brand. Somebody help me in the chat if you were here yesterday. Their business. Speak for the purpose of growing their business. And speak for the purpose of growing their bank account. So we don't speak to speak. We speak to sell. So if you want to learn our system of speaking to sell, you get access to that inside of the mastermind. What we also learned is that people struggled with their offer. So in addition to helping you get the skill of speaking and the skill of sales, you're also going to strengthen your offer to ensure that every time you speak, if you heard the story Marcus told yesterday, you realize that you make more money off stage than you do on stage. So we want to equip you, make sure that you have a solid offer so that you can sell off stage and on stage. So you're going to get access to 2 systems, 2 skills. People were asking, what time is it? One thing I love about Marcus, he says, the time doesn't matter. You adjust. You make things a priority. Is speaking your priority right now? Is speaking your priority right now? I want to see in the chat. Is becoming a better speaker your priority right now? Like today. Lisa says, I'm ready. I see Latonia says yes. Olivia, yes. Right now. Right now. Yes. Priority. Like today. Somebody said yesterday. It's a priority right now. So the time does not matter because you adjust and you prioritize what is important to you. You are going to learn a skill that's going to transform your business. So will there be replays? Yes. Are there sessions daily? Yes. Will we give you scripts? Yes. But you have to make the priority to execute. So we often say, people say, what day, what time? We will give you a calendar. Absolutely. But once this is a priority, we commit to the skill of speaking. Yes, yes, can you drop that in the chat? And now I want to bring up your cousin, your speaker coach. Help me if you're ready in the chat. Put some fire emojis, put some drum rolls, say I'm ready, say let's go. Entrepreneur speakers, are you ready to learn from your speaker coach, Coach Marcus Y. Rocha?
What's up, family? Can everybody hear me pretty good? Yes, yes. If y'all can do me one favor, number one, the energy was a little better yesterday, so we got to turn the energy up. Number one of the most important things is making sure that you're showing up as your future self. I constantly talk to business owners, entrepreneurs, etc., and I start explaining to them there is 2 days in a person's life. It's the day that you meet yourself, and when you do, you got to figure out, do you want to continue to be that or reject that version of you and become something totally different? One writer, as it relates to faith, he says that Christianity is an entirely different way of being human. I believe the same thing about entrepreneurship and speaking. I think entrepreneurship is an entirely different way of being human, from the way you think, from the way that you manage your time, from the way that you live. In essence, if you're in this room, you're an entrepreneur, you live in the future because your goal is to go into the future, find problems, come to your present and create a solution for it. That's what Uber did. It went into the future and saw a way to let people leverage their car, et cetera, and it built a business around it. So today, the goal for many of you all, I think sometimes we keep wanting success in the future while behaving in a way that slows down that progress. So my hope is that we show up a little differently today. Can we promise to do that? All right, so a couple things. I want to congratulate, celebrate. I'm seeing in the chat, y'all are signing up right now. Congratulations, Cassandra. I'm seeing a few other names. Dr. Shanta, of course, I know you and a few others. So congratulations to each of you all for becoming entrepreneur speakers. The goal that I have in mind, we're not doing, you guys heard me announce that I'm not doing any of these for the rest of the year. So you won't see your boy doing a summit for the rest of the year. This is it for me. One of the reasons why I'm doing that is to create time and space and a stage for my clients. So what's dope is next month, many of you that are becoming entrepreneur speakers will be doing a summit for you that I'll stream to my YouTube, 110,000 people, my list, et cetera, to create a stage to put your brand in front of more people. Is that not exciting? So congratulations to many of you all that will be speaking. What I'll do is train you on it and you'll get coaching in between it. Cool? Does that make sense for everybody? So it'll be themed and it'll be a summit where the goal is, like, we're actively now in the process of getting approved to have our own TEDx. We want to create the most comprehensive space for entrepreneurs to have a place to expand their brand and their business. So we don't just want you to get better. I did Toastmasters. I didn't think it benefited me much because it was just about ums and uhs. Toastmasters didn't teach me how to actually get consulting contracts. It didn't teach me how to grow a business. So we want to create a space for business owners to be able to do that. Jonathan, good Lord. Congratulations, Jonathan. Can y'all just help me out real quick? I can't even keep up with the names. Congratulations, Vanessa, Jonathan, like each of you all that are going to be a part of Entrepreneur Speak. Can we pause really quick and do that and just say congratulations? Can y'all do that for me? Congratulations, congratulations, Donna, Terrence, Janaea. Here's why. Devin, here's what I learned. If you buy a car and you post it online, people will celebrate it, but you're not going to keep that car forever. You're going to eventually trade out of that car. But when you make an investment in your stock portfolio or you develop a skill, don't nobody celebrate, because we're used to celebrating consumerism, but calling ourselves entrepreneurs. It's very rare you're in a room that someone celebrates your growth. So can we make sure we celebrate investing, growing? All right. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Last thing before we dive in today, because I've got a lot to cover. This Monday, to all of you all that are with me on this journey as entrepreneur speakers, remember, the goal is not just learning how to communicate better. The goal is also learning sales, offer creation, marketing, how to operate your business. We were talking yesterday in our VIP with Devin, we were talking about creating, he's already doing consulting. He's like, how do I add a bridge offer, other things within my offering? For those of you who are AI consultants, for those of you who are accountants, Well, if you work one-to-one, you can't scale that, which means, listen to this very clearly. If you are building a business because you want to take care of your family, business growth means life failure. That's why we have to teach you these systems that exponentially scale revenue. Does that make sense for everybody? Like right now, if you're doing this for, who you doing this for? Like if you're doing this for your kids, doing this for your family, doing it to have more time freedom, without skill system and increasing your business model right now, that means if the business scales to 3,000 people, business success actually means life failure. That's one of the things we got to make sure that you understand how to do. Are y'all catching this? Are y'all understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay, let's pause for station identification because y'all looking at me like I asked y'all, do we have any first-time visitors, and asked you to stand up and introduce yourself. That's how y'all looking at me right now. All right, let's back this train up and try this thing again to make sure the energy is where it need to be. Do you understand? Crystal says, say it again. Crystal, if you're building, growing, scaling brand, business, and revenue, you say, I want to do this because I want to spend more time with my kids, because I want to help my family, because I want to do X, Y, Z. Without proper systems and structuring your business correctly, that means the bigger the business grows, it actually takes away what your ability to do the reason you built the business. This is some of the things we got to show you. When you hear me say entrepreneur speaker, many of you are just thinking, get on stage, speak. I'm talking about creating the brand, the business, the model where you no longer have to chase opportunities, where your business and life is structured in a way that allows you to, write this down, decide the life you're going to live and build a business and brand that supports that life. Decide the life you're going to live and build a business and a brand that supports that life. Does that make sense? So for myself, you all have heard me, I don't work in December. So I work January through November, I'm off in December. That's me and my family. I don't work typically on Wednesdays. That's my wellness day. I only coach on Mondays. I create content on Tuesday. Thursday's my CEO day. It is structured in a way that I can run 3 multi-million-dollar companies with margin. Okay? So I want to make sure everyone understands this Monday, for those of you who I'll be working with. Terrence, what's up, Terrence Wilson? I owe you a call, my brother. Good to see you. For everybody to be with me this Monday, here's what I want you to make sure that you do. What's up, Donna Shepherd? See you, girl. Can't wait. So do this for me and let's dive in. For everybody I'm gonna be working with this Monday, Angela, I see you. Write down your questions of things you see me doing. One of the things that I'm big on, we're family. So anything you see me doing, you can ask questions. So we'll start Monday's mastermind call with me being able to answer questions on what I did, why I did it. Anything you saw me do, you can copy. So I'll give you scripts, I'll show you the approach, the process, et cetera. And if you want to copy it, duplicate it, et cetera, you can. So we start that on this Monday. Cool? Everybody got that? All right. Let's get started with a recap. Let me start my clock. Let's get started with a recap. I want to start my clock. Before we do anything at all, I just got to roll call it. Everybody in this room is a business owner. Let me make sure. Are you business owners? Everybody in the room is a business owner? I just got to make sure. Like if you're in an exit row, you got to be at least 16 years old and able to operate the door. All right. All right. So everybody in this room is a business owner? Yes, yes. Okay. That means no students are in the room. These are all grown adults that are business owners. You're here because you realize that what you're here to learn can actually assist you in scaling the brand that you currently have or you're building, the business that you currently have or you're building, or the revenue that you want and need. If that's the case, I just need to start this way. I need to see who's in here. Everybody drop your name and the name of your business. Roll call, your name and the name of your business. I see it. Black Women's AI Network. Okay. Victoria, totally different. Totally different. I'm doing a training tonight for Alicia Little with her AI community. This is Scale with Speaking Summit. So if you want tonight, the masterclass I'm doing, that's totally different. I want to make sure you're in the right room. This is totally different. Okay. The Scale with Speaking 3-day summit. I'm seeing names. There we go. Now, here's what I want us to do. I want everybody that now that you've dropped the name of your business, here's what I need you to understand. If you're doing it correctly, every time you speak, your business should grow. If you're doing it correctly, every time you speak, your business should grow. If you're doing it correctly, every time you speak, your business should grow. So Nura, if you were to get invited, let's just say you're just getting started. I'm not saying you are, but let's just say you were just getting started. No one knew who you were. You just got the idea. Let's just say Lionel, you just got the idea. Let's just say Melanie. Let's just say Elaine. Let's just say Kim Pope. Let's just say Katina. Let's just say Nikki, Jackie. You just got the idea. No one knew who you were. You haven't launched the product yet. Haven't got any clients yet, but you developed the skill and the system of speaking. But here's the reality. You shouldn't want the opportunity until you have the skill and the system, because it's not an opportunity unless you got something that backs it. Oh, I got a big chance they invited me to speak on stage. Oh, they love my message. They love my story. How much you made? Well, that's not important right now. Oh, you ain't fooling me. You ain't make no money. So watch this. Every time you speak, your business should grow if the skill and the system is in place. So watch this. If you just got the idea, you just came up with the concept, you did the due diligence, you worked on not just speaking to tell your story, not just speaking about your book, not just speaking about your pain. Why? Because we can watch podcasts for that. We can watch a movie for that. We watched Precious. We saw movies. We cried before. But when the movie was over, it was over. So here's how it works. It is not just what you want to say about yourself, it's what the audience needs to hear to make a decision to know you, like you, trust you, buy from you. So it's not just speaking just to speak, it's speaking in a strategic way as a skill that helps a person make a buying decision. Are y'all following this? So Jackie, you could go from no one knowing you exist, to watching you or hearing you speak on a stage. And guess what they'll say when if you're doing it correctly? Ooh, who is that? And guess what they're going to do when they ask who is that? They're going to follow you on social media. That decision is a buying decision. How? Because they're saying, I want to listen to this person beyond the speech I'm hearing on stage. What part, follow this, y'all. What part of that does it grow? Your brand. They went from not knowing you exist to knowing and liking. This is the aspect of business, know, like, trust. Now watch this. You went from 0 people knowing you to that speech made people say, who is that? And they followed you. Brand grew. Now watch this. If you do this correctly, Donna, you're invited to only speak about the thing you do for business. So you're up there talking about and teaching about and showing the thing that you actually sell. So the person is thinking in their head, what? I wonder how much it costs to get that. Man, I want, oh shoot, I got to talk to them when they get off stage. That decision is a what decision? A business decision. So speaking is not just growing the brain, it's growing what? Come here. Y'all lost the business. Now, let's go a little further. If you spoke on someone else's stage, Terrence, the system picks up when they get into your ecosystem. Watch this, they followed you. They made a decision that they want to do business with you. But now you're creating your own stage and you can do a presentation and pitch and sell. And now you grew your bank account. The skill got them into your ecosystem. The system gets to sell. If the two don't work together, you don't make no money. Nothing works without a system and without skill. You following your cousin today? Are you following your cousin today? Now, how many of us can be honest before I even give the recap? I haven't even started yet, and say, Marcus, I need you to be honest. How many of you can be honest and say, you're not running your business off a system? Like, you couldn't tell me 90 days from now what you're doing. Any of my cousins in here that's already a part of Entrepreneur Speaker, if you can't see how far in front of you, you're blind. Watch this real quick. Read the chat. They're going to tell you. If you can't see how many days in, come on, cousins. There you go. Y'all read the chat. If you can't see how many days in front of you, you're blind, 90 days. All my clients know this. Who would get in the car with a person that don't know where we're going and we all have a hope of arriving where we want to arrive? So watch this. If you're making decisions today in your business for your business, if you're posting content today that's not connected to a 90-day plan, I'm telling you, you're wasting your time because it's not a part of a system. So when you say stuff like, I keep attracting the wrong audience, no skill, no system. Man, I get people in my webinar, but they don't buy, no skill, no system. Man, I ran ads before, but it didn't work, no skill, no system. So I'm writing emails and then I open it, no skill, no system. I launched my AI consulting business, but I haven't got clients yet, no skill, no system. I've been posting daily on social media, but I'm not getting no traction, no skill, no system. I've been in business for about 7 years. I'm about to transition, so I got a few different offers. Tell me, okay, so my funnel isn't working, no skill, no system. Don't blame the people. Do y'all, okay. Let me use my inside voice. I was using my football voice. Let me use my library voice. No skill, no system. No skill, no system. Now, what will typically happen, Geraldine, when I say something like this, somebody will say, you know what? Well, that don't apply to me because I'm new. So they will assume that time will solve a problem that skill and system solves. Or they'll say, that don't apply to me. I just got to be more consistent and I just got to execute. No, those are words. Those aren't systems. A system is how a multi-billion-dollar franchise like McDonald's could have a 15-year-old on the floor being the first person you see in less than 2 hours. It's how you can massively duplicate a result. Are y'all understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay. Joy, what's happening? Let me get into my recap because I only got 36 minutes. Who could be honest with me and say, bro, that's true. I don't know 90 days from now where I'm trying to end up or what I'm doing. So that means every day when I wake up, I'm Googling, guessing, and GPTing what to do in my business. What I'm saying is, I could walk y'all to December all the way back to today and tell you everything we're doing as a company. I could tell you that our conference is October 10th through the 12th. I could tell you when our marketing window begins for it. I could tell you that on Friday, our social media team is dropping an announcement at 12 o'clock for Entrepreneur Speaker Certification Program. I could tell you that the marketing window is 30 days for it. I could tell you that we got to end and stop talking about the summit on that day. I could tell you what we're selling in December when I'm off. I could tell you what campaigns, what things are added, which means I not only know what to say in my content, I know what system is behind it to be able to track and drive people. So if I'm on a stage, I'm not just freely speaking. I understand the engine behind it that's going to drive everything. Okay. Now that we got that out the way, I killed your joy. Let's recap. Let's recap this, okay? To all my business owners, let's roll. Recap number one. Yesterday, we talked about speaking to grow your brand. So, thank you, Sequoia. Sequoia said, you could never kill my joy. I love it. I love it. Hiya. And tap your neighbor and say, can't kill my joy. Okay, churchy, real churchy. I felt that in my shakalaka. Okay. So watch this. Yesterday, family, let's go teacher mode. Let's move out of speaker mode, go to teacher mode. So yesterday, we were talking about speaking to grow your brand. And there were some very specific things that we went through. And today we'll revisit it to walk us through locations that's going to be very important. You're about to have to take notes. So if you're driving, pull over. If you're driving, pull over. If you're at work, tell them people, forget that job. I'm sick of you anyway. Reggie, Reginald, Zachary, Trevor. All right. Okay. We talked about speaking to grow your brand. And there were some specific things that we talked about, but let me give you an overview of the next 3 days, because this, if you're new to this, these 3 days are designed like a consulting/coaching program. What's the difference? Consulting is not where you lead someone to inquiry. That would be more coaching. Consulting is where a person is an expert in an area and they have already built a system that they're implementing. I'll tell you the difference. The way that I run my business, it's much like if you bought a McDonald's, you wouldn't have to think about what goes on the menu. It comes with buying the McDonald's. You wouldn't have to think about the location. You wouldn't have to think about the price point, the marketing. The way that I run my business, especially with Entrepreneur Speaker, I give you my skills, my scripts, my systems, my stories, what situation to use them in. Some of you saw yesterday, I was showing one of our clients how to leverage podcasts for lead generation and for sales. So I told her, don't answer it like that. Here's how you answer it, because here's what the audience was thinking. What is that? That's buyer psychology, attention psychology, communication psychology. You're thinking you're just doing an interview, and I'm telling you, if you're doing a podcast with me and I got 110,000 subs, this could pay you all year long, but not if you answer these questions wrong. So you don't just want people to follow you on social. You want people that are pre-indoctrinated and pre-purchased this. So the way that I've designed these 3 days, if you miss any of it, you missed all of it, because one don't work without the other. The brand piece gives you visibility, recognition, trust. This is one of the largest aspects of sales. How is this one of the largest aspects of sales? I taught it to you yesterday. When you go into a store to buy something, you know you want it, but you decide based on brand. Correct? Okay, y'all still act like I'm lying. Hey y'all, we get on an airplane. We're about to fly. Y'all, somebody's gonna come to Miami and chill with me July 24th. July 24th, I gotta do a mastermind there, and we're doing a yacht day and all that good stuff. Okay, y'all coming with me. All right, y'all coming with me. I'm gonna send for you, and I'm gonna send an airline to pick you up. I'm gonna purchase your flight. What airline should I purchase it on? Should it be Spirit, Southwest, or Delta? What y'all want? Now look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Delta, 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 Delta. Delta is a business and a brand, which means the decision is based on brand. The decision is not based on flying, because you can fly on all 3 airlines. So the money you want to make when we talk about speaking to grow your brand, some of the gaps of your revenue is because your brand position isn't strong enough that the person has already made a decision. If I fly Delta. If I do coaching, I do it with this person. If I want e-commerce, I want it from this person. If I want AI, I want it from this person. That decision is based on speaking to grow brand. Am I teaching? Now, let's just see who's ready to pass Sunday school. If the decision of buying starts at the top with brand, and we speak to grow brand, what do we need for that to happen? Skill and what? Come on. Skill and system. Do we get on podcasts and hope that it happens? Novices do, not entrepreneur speakers. Do we get on InvestFest stage and hope that it happens? No. I spoke for InvestFest 2 years in a row. 25,000 people, we got 8,700 leads. How much money you think them 8,700 leads was worth to me? You can count my pockets a little bit, because I ain't giving you no money. Dr. Shanta said 25,000. Well, my offer's 25,000. So it got to be worth more than that to me. So watch this. It don't matter what they pay me to get on their stage if 25,000 people in the seats. Several other people there, guess what they got? Photos and social media posts. Guess what I got? Paid all year long. I love it. 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 And I saw people who had tables, Dr. Sonia. Saw people who had commerce. I don't sell t-shirts. I don't need no $20 purchase. Why? The relationship ends when you give me the 20. All right. I got to move. Speaking to grow your brand. That's day 1. And today I'm going to give a recap on it. Today is speaking to grow your business. There's multiple elements under this. I'm going to define it for you. And tomorrow is speaking to grow your bank account. Everybody got these 3. This is how this is laid out. This is how this is laid out. Now, it will be in what we do in 6 months or 3 months, and do it in 3 days with the limited time I have. So there is still, can we learn how to swim while reading a book on swimming? No. So can you learn how to speak while listening to somebody teach you about speaking? No. Can you learn? All right. No. All you'll know is you want to learn how to swim. You've got to actually get in the water and someone's got to watch you and tell you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong to adjust it. Okay. Write this down. Here's the note, and then we in the recap. Speaking to grow your brand is the strategy of storytelling. The strategy of storytelling. Jance, what up? I think this is the second time I've been in the room with you. I love what you're doing online. Let me know how I can help you. You got something special. Speaking to grow your brand is the strategy of storytelling. The strategy of storytelling. Now, Miss Sonia, when I say the strategy of storytelling, every story serves as a strategic strategy for a result that the person speaking wants. Stories are not just stories. So when people say, I want to tell my story, here's my question to you. When they hear it, what do you want them to do? I want them to. If you don't know that, you shouldn't be using that story. That's why storytelling is a strategic strategy for brand growth. So one type of story is a brand story. A brand story does not make any money. It builds trust. So you don't tell your story to make money. You tell your story to build human-to-human connection, relationship, and trust. Storytelling helps with knowing and liking. It don't help people make a decision to buy. So I want to tell everybody what I've been through. You don't know my pain. What I had to go through to get here. Y'all just want to tell it all. Because my worship is for real. You just want to tell it all. I've been lied on, cheated, talked about, mistreated. I've been abused, stoned, talked about, show us a ball. I've been up, down. And like, okay, well, what you want me to do with this? What you want me to do with this? What you want me to do with this? So speaking to grow your brand, you would need the strategy of storytelling. Storytelling has a recipe that must include 4 components for the human brain to actually process it and remember it. Stories cannot just be told loosely. How many of you all saw yesterday the frame and how I was going in and out of stories? And I kept pausing to show you all how to do this. There is a recipe of storytelling of how the human brain actually remembers it. My favorite speaker was a master of this, man by the name of Jesus, and a certain man. That man talked about the prodigal son, and preachers be talking like it's a real person. You're like, you know that didn't exist. That man made it up as a parable, right? Oh, Lord, let me switch back to this screen. There's a lot of back screens in here. My God. Ooh, take the mask off. My Lord, Joy and Isaac and Pam Blair and Mario and good Latanya. Hold on, y'all. Let me switch my screen. Y'all black. I'm from Florida. You pull up with a black mask. I'm pulling out. Get the ooh-op. Stranger danger. Okay. Speaking to grow your brand is a strategy of storytelling. This is all in the recap. Speaking to grow your business is the skill of speaking. Entrepreneur speakers, let me double back to brand. There are 5 stories that every speaker should master. There are 20 you should have in your story fridge. We give you all 20 and we tell you when to use them. Use this on a podcast, use this in a panel, use this in a presentation. So we give you the situation to use the story. If you're on a webinar, if it's your room, if the person tells Geraldine, hey, you can speak, but you can't sell, we would tell you use this subconscious sales story. It's the art of selling without selling. So there are 5 stories you master, but there are 20 that you need in what we call your story phrase that you can pull from, because stories are strategy. Can everybody make the connection where we're showing you speaking is not just speaking? It is a brand asset. It's a business asset. It's a revenue asset. This is the strategy. Okay. Speaking to grow your business is the skill of speaking. There are several components underneath it. I don't have time to go through it. And speaking to grow your bank account is the system. Excuse me, is the science. I'm sorry, is the science of pitching and selling. So we have strategy, we have skill, we have science. Tangela, it's so good to see you. You got to tap back in. I miss you. You and Shantae. I'm seeing some of my people. Well, let me know what I can do for you to serve you. I miss y'all. All right. So let me anchor this and then let's get into brand locations before we get into business building. Does everybody need me to help you locate where you are brand wise and tell you what you should be doing? Do y'all need that? Yes. Lisa said, almost done eating lunch. What you eating, Lisa? I'm hungry too. You come, if you eating lemon pepper wings, you got to share. All right. Oh man. Okay. Did y'all get those three things? Y'all wrote them down so I can move? Okay. I'll mention this last piece on science. Last piece on science. When you hear me talk about the science of selling, this is one of the missing pieces, Daryl Chapman, Coach Faith, Christopher White, that I think is our superpower inside of Entrepreneur Speaker. Here's why, Alonzo. The average person when selling thinks about how to sell. They never learn how and why people buy. So we think how to sell. And you ask questions like, should I do a webinar? Should I do a masterclass? Should I do a live event? Should I do, and you have this list of activity. The activity doesn't matter as much as the science used in the activity. So it doesn't matter what you do if there is no science and skill. So a person thinks how to sell. And because we never learn the science, here's what we end up doing. We end up copying everything we saw when we were in a room with some marketer who was a liar. And I'm not calling all of them liars, but I'm saying we use fake scarcity tactics. We say we're people of integrity until we start selling. Then we start, only 10 spots left. It's an ebook, fam. You ain't gonna run out. We lose ethics and entrepreneurial ethics because we haven't learned selling. And emotionally, we say we hate selling simply because we don't know the science of it. If we knew what we were doing, we wouldn't hate it. So the science of selling, pitching, and presenting, it's a science. Please don't miss this. Mr. Carlton Young, here's why I say this piece on pitching, presenting, and selling is a science. Because you're using words, correct? But the words are entering, y'all, can I think out loud? Can I think out loud and y'all think with me? You don't hear with your ears, you hear with your mind. You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. You don't speak with your mouth, you speak with your mind. So if you're selling, watch this, you don't buy with your credit card, you buy with your mind. Your hand is doing nothing more than what your mind told it to do. When you go to type in your name, your email, your phone number, and your credit card information, that's a decision made with the mind. So the science of speaking, presenting, and pitching must match the science and psychology of how we decide to buy, buyer psychology. So when you hear, so today I want to introduce to you, and you take the name of it, that's presentation of offer. That's not pitching. And that's when people drop off because we all want something and we just don't want to pay for it. Are y'all understanding this? This is a science. This is our superpower. When we start showing you how to do this, it's our superpower. Neftalia McNair says, recording available. You realize already why I tell y'all don't be driving. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see why I tell you this? You're like, I need to write that down. Oh my. I ain't come to play today. I ain't come to play. But here's what's funny. That's just an outline. I ain't even teaching yet. Now, just on what we've done so far, how many of us are seeing some skill, some system, and some science and some strategy gaps? Like, I get it now. I am selling and just thinking about what I want to say. I'm speaking, thinking about what I want to say, but I haven't thought through what happens when they hear it. Without this, you will have activity and not see the result you're looking for. Now, Marcus, how are you qualified to tell me this? I only spoke 218 times last year to a multitude of audiences across all these different industries, from government, technology, to finance, to insurance, to pharmaceutical companies, to attorneys and physicians. I mean, I only am contracted consultant wise across 9 different industries, from small boardrooms with 8 people to rooms of 25,000 to churches. I think somebody yesterday said they heard me at Smokey Norfolk's church, who's also a client of mine. Shout out to my brother. So I'm talking about, family, whether it is faith, whether it is pharmaceuticals, whether it is attorneys and physicians, the skill can be packaged and diversified in multiple ways. All right, let's go. I got 17 minutes to do this. But before I move on, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna ask y'all a question before I move on. We ready? Are we ready? I ain't moving on without energy. I'm just gonna tell you. There we go. LT Evans, I love it. That'll do. I just need a little something. Help me help you. I see ready. Okay. Answer this question. And I'm gonna ask the question and I'll unpack it. What's currently working for you in your brand and your business? What's currently working? Now, when I ask this question, this must be data-driven, not activity-based. Don't answer it yet. Data-driven, not activity-based. Here's why. If I say what's working, you might say I'm being consistent. Consistency does not tell me what data is being delivered from it. So if all I'm doing is being consistent, but I need the business to sustain me, I need my brand to give me visibility, lead generation, opportunities, revenue, then that means that's not a clear indicator of what's working in the business. That's not an indicator of the dashboard. That will be equivalent to if I tell you what's working with your car and you say, when I get in it, I drive around. No, what does the dashboard say? Are there any lights that are flashing? Does it say out of gas? Does it tell you what speed? Is it cooling? Is it hot? In business, you need a business dashboard that are indicators of what's working. So here's my question to you. What's working? I'll give you some areas of it. Whether that is consistent leads, that every day new people reach out to you. Consistent sales, every day sales are coming in. Is it long sales calls windows? What do I mean by long sales calls? How many of you are getting on calls and they take longer than 30 minutes? And the person say, okay, well, this is good. I was just doing my research. They hang up. That's an indicator that something's not working. Oh, this is fantastic. Can you send me a proposal? As in, type out to you what I just said to you on this call. Sure, I can do that and send it to you so you can ignore me. What's currently working? What's working? What's working? What's working? What's working? What's working? Coach Angela Simmons says people visiting my website every day, no conversions. Now, when we talk data, how many people? We got to talk data, okay? Let's go to the next question. What's not working? What's not working? What's not working? What's not working? Let's put it in number sequence. Number 1, number 2. What's working? What's not working? Let's put it in number sequence. Latonya Monroe said, that's why I invested in Mastermind. I got you. I got you covered. Make sure you write down your questions. Challenge me. Coach, I ain't leaving here without what I need. I got you. Hey, can you show me how to use blah, 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 blah. Anything I have, you have. It's consulting. You can have my stuff. Hey, I'm doing a webinar. Do you have a script? Yep, you can have it. Hey, I'm going on a podcast. What should I do? You can do this. Hey, coach, do you have anything I have, you have? Come on, holler at me. What's not working? I just want y'all to see this. Look at how quiet the chat got. I just want y'all to see what I see. It's cousins. It's just us. It's just us. Was working. Taking action. Ready. Moving. Consistent. Oop. Sound like James Brown. Moving. Grooving. Ready. Mazel. Okay. Okay. What's not working? And it got quiet. Do you know why it got quiet? Because many of you have to become an entrepreneur speaker, meaning you haven't figured out how to build a business dashboard and business vital signs. So that means you are functioning like an employee, but wanting entrepreneurial results. You cannot run a business without it being data driven. You can't even speak without that. Because if my friend earlier said people are visiting the page but leaving, that means she would have this keyword called a bounce rate, a percentage of people who land on the page and the percentage of those who bounce off without buying. She would need my help to fix that. Do y'all hear? Am I exposing you to this so you can see, like, these are all things that your business is telling you that you haven't figured out how to read and adjust to. There's a reason that's happening. The market is telling you we don't want it. We didn't like it. We got to make an adjustment, and it don't get fixed without what two things? Come here. I'm gonna sing this song all day. What two things she need to fix that? Skill and system. All right, let's move. I told you to write down what's working. I told you to write down what's not working. I hope you're getting some, and it must be data driven. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down your current income goal. Don't overthink this, my super analytical people, because I know what you're going to ask. I know you. You're talking about like per day, per week, per year, month. But don't ask me in the chat. Month. Now, I didn't ask y'all today, but do I have permission to coach you? This chat is our family group chat. This is not Jesus on the main line and a wish list. We want real data on this, okay? So watch this. If the income goal is 100,000 and you're currently selling something for $100 and you haven't done the math on how to get there and don't have a system to get that amount of people, please don't put that number, because we need that number so I can help you with speaking to grow your business. Come on. Let's not name it and claim it and be wishful. It's not the prayer list at church. It's not a miracle seed. What's your income goal? $1 million. What do you sell? Something for 500. In your best week ever, how much did you sell? None. Come on. Help me to help you. Because what normally happens, Miss April, most people hate motivation, inspirational talk, but whenever you ask them a question, they super motivational, inspirational. It's never data driven. Okay? Write down your income goal based on what you currently sell. Let me word that better. Lisa said, I need 300 people to spend $3,500. Okay? Now, she needs way more than 300 people, because if she gets 300 leads, she needs 300 people to buy. So she probably needs closer to 2,000 people to become leads. Well, watch this. But it depends on what depends on you getting them 300 out of 2,000 plus people. Skill and system. I'm just trying to help us today with the business now. All right. You wrote down your income goal. Now here's what I want you to write down. Write down your current income. Don't tell me this. Write it on your paper. That's your business. Okay? I want to make sure everybody feels safe and feel protected. So income goal, current income. So it will look and sound something like this. So if Lisa's saying income goal 70,000, currently Marcus per month, I make 3,000. Income goal, let's say 50,000, currently 1,000, or currently 0. Just be honest with you, because it's going to tell you what we need. Because as we're talking today about the business, it's going to help us get clear on this, okay? You don't hope your way to contracts. You don't hope your way to selling. You don't hope your way to these things. You don't wish and hope to build a multi-million-dollar company. Nobody accidentally wins a gold medal. Okay? When you're done with writing down income goal and current income, let me know done so I can give you this last piece and we can dive into this. Now I want you to, I see done, done, done. Now do the math. How much are you short? Do the math. This is why I told you can't just go wishful thinking. This is going to help us when we start creating a plan, creating our own stage, mapping out our marketing events. One of the things that we do a phenomenal job of, Ms. Pam, is we show you how to map out your whole year. For us, we plan our year in advance. I filmed my Black Friday sale for this year. I filmed that last year in Mexico. Why? I know Black Friday coming every year. What am I gonna wait till November and circle the block to figure it out? Okay. Does everybody have the number that they're short? Does everybody have the number that they're short? When you're done, say done so I know you have it. Let me switch to my other screen. I'll be trying to go back and forth between my screens so I can see everybody's face. So let me see I like this one. All y'all on camera. Oh, this screen got Carlton and Kiera Johnson and Michelle and Geraldine and Latasha and Melanie and Sunshine and Jackie and Alicia. Okay. And Miss Sonia and Dr. Renee. Okay. I like this one. All y'all on screen. You look kind, smart, and important. All right. Now that you're done, let's talk about the problems. Let's talk about the problems. Okay. What is the reason we're short and what we need to do to fix it? Are we ready? The reason we're short and what we need to do to fix it. And I'm not lost. I got to skip over the brand piece to get into this right now. The reason we're short and what we got to do to fix it. Okay. There are 3 problems. Let's introduce them so you know that they exist. And then we got to talk about how to fix them. Are we ready? Are we ready? There's 3 problems. Problem number 1. AI is a superpower. It's a hero. It's a gift, but it's also a problem. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because in the AI age, the lowest value is information. And you still got people saying, all you got to do is add value. You still got people thinking that the solution to more money is more content. Watch this. If AI can deliver in seconds disseminated information, for the average person, guess what AI does not deliver? System, implementation, skill. It could tell me about something, but it can't show me. Watch this. Even if AI maps, if I say, here's a prompt that AI can map out all of your marketing, guess what it don't tell you? How to read your data and what to do and when to do it. AI, give me a webinar script. What do I do when they log off? What do I do in the first 15 minutes? What do I do if people come into the room and they're asking this specific question? How do I overcome buyer objections? What are the 5 questions in their mind before they buy? What order should I put the information in and why? So AI is a problem to those who are still trying to sell information only. If your language currently sounds like this on your sales page, I'll teach you how to, and it's a list of bullet points. That's a problem. You're going to get access to, and you give a list of information. Why would I pay you $3,000, $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000 for information? So AI is a problem for a person who is currently building an entire business model surrounding just sharing information. Does this make sense? Because the market has changed, the value of information has been decreased. So AI has streamlined that. So if your business is built around that, this is what I'm sharing and showing you. This is a problem. Number 2, this is all business now because we're going to connect this to speaking. Second thing, the second problem. Did y'all get the first problem? And can we see it? How many of you all, like, watch this. You'll be hearing someone teach something and you're asking them, you're trying to write it down, or you'll watch a YouTube video and try to put it in Claude or ChatGPT and tell it to give you a script. Hey, can you condense this? So now you're trying to reduce people's information. I'll go certain places. Miss April, I got off a stage recently and this guy said to me, he was like, man, I love what you was doing on speaking, watching you. I've never seen nothing like that, like what you just did. He said, bro, can you tell me any books I should be reading? I said, not unless I write one. You watched me do something and you're asking me to send you to someone else that don't do what I do. Because mentally we associate what we want to do with reading a book or AI. Most of you, here's the biggest problem you face in your business right now. You never send people to you, you always send them away. Somebody would have asked y'all what book to read and you would have gave them a list of books. If you need, guess what his answer was that he didn't want to hear? Man, what book should I read to become a better speaker? You shouldn't read a book. You should pay to work with me. That ain't arrogance. That's like asking me, hey, bro, where can I buy that hat from? And I say, man, you know what you ought to do? Just work harder and be consistent. That sounds ridiculous. Don't that sound ridiculous? The answer is me. Come on, say it with me. The answer is, I'm talking about y'all now. The answer is you. The answer is me. So if they go to Carlton and they say, hey, bro, can you show me how to such, or what books I should be reading? Bro, I don't have a book for you, but if you need my help, I can help you. And it's not, and the answer is him. Problem number one, AI and information. Problem number two, the answer is me. That one was good, wasn't it? The answer is me. The answer is me. Stop sending people away. Stop sending people away. That's not ego. That's not arrogance. If you cook and somebody tasted your food and they say, oh, this chicken is good. Do you know anywhere else I can get chicken like this? No. I sell chicken. Here's the chicken. Stop sending people away. Man, I'm such a church boy because in my head, all I hear is Jesus telling his disciples, you feed them. You feed them. Don't send them away. You feed them. You feed them. All right, give me 30 seconds. Let's pause for biblical for some Bible lesson. Because right here we're seeing system and skill. You feed them. You feed them. 5,000 people, not to mention the women and the children. Tertullian said, the historian said it's roughly about 15,000 to 18,000 people. They're like, where can we find food for so many people? Jesus said, don't send them away. Why? Don't just give them information in a sermon. Meet their actual needs. They hungry. And watch this. The miracle don't happen the same way the miracle won't happen in your business until something very peculiar happened in the scripture. Excuse me if y'all didn't go to Sunday school. Let's teach the Bible real quick. When did the miracle happen? Miss Sonia, when Jesus grabbed them 2 fish and 5 loaves to pray, it was 2 fish and 5 loaves. When he asked how much they had, it was 2 fish and 5 loaves. It wasn't until he told his disciples to do what I'm telling y'all to do. Sit the people down in groups of 50 and 100. He got data. He got data. He got data. What's working, what's not working. He got data. Sit the people down in 50 and 100. Do y'all know how long it take to sit 18,000 people down in groups of 50 and 100? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 50. Okay, y'all sit over there. How many of you got over there, James? How many of you got over there, John? I got 50 over here. I got 100 over here. They complaining. They hungry. Can we speed this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why? Because setting up the system, developing the skill always takes the longest. But you can't meet the needs and you can't grow without doing it. It always takes the longest. It always takes the longest. You're trying to rush this thing and get it out there as fast as humanly possible, but I'm telling you, it don't work without a system. Now, Jesus ain't involved in sitting the people down in 50 and 100. Same way he ain't involved in that with you. We're getting data on this thing. Now watch this. He takes it, he blesses it, he breaks it. He prays over that thing. He prays over, he blesses, he breaks it, and he distributes it. Here's my big point in this thing, Joy. It was 2 fish and 5 loaves until he started distributing that thing, and then we lost count. Because the reality is, for those of you who are saying, I want to get better at speaking, but you're afraid to speak, you don't get better until you give your gift away. The only way to get good at it is start doing it. Create your own stage. They're not going to invite you to do what you're not already doing. You heard me say I spoke 218 times. What you didn't hear me tell you is how I worked at Florida State University and used to set up tables and chairs in an empty room and speak to nobody every day. I used to take a stack of cards and write a word on them and see if I could speak for 5 minutes without and organizing my head. Because I felt like a day was going to come that I was going to be speaking so much so fast I wouldn't have time to prepare. I'd have to mentally prepare. Yeah. So when it happened, I could do it faster. Okay, I got to move. Problem number one, AI and information. Problem number two, the algorithm. The algorithm is a problem. Here's why. Y'all wrote it down? Okay. Now, Jance, why is the algorithm a problem right now? I just want me and Jance going to talk about this. So let's just say if me and Jance owned all of social media, we own Instagram, we own Facebook, we own YouTube, et cetera, and we owned it years ago. And we said in the meeting, was like, hey, we're going to create this thing that's going to rival radio, advertisement, traditional media. We're going to call it social media. Now, the goal is really not for old college roommates and all them to hang out. It's really for us to put people on a platform so we can sell the people to corporations and companies. We're going to let them have access to it for free so we can sell the people to business owners who want to advertise and get in front of them because they want attention. Cool? So me and Jance, we got this great idea and the business is booming and we got stocks and people are buying into it and we winning. We sit down, Jance, one day in a meeting and we say, why is everything so low? It's like people are leaving the platform instead of staying on it. One of our developers tell us, there's this new thing called influencers where they're telling people to click the link in their bio and people are leaving the platform to go to their websites. Me and Jance get pissed off because we're like, I know good and well they ain't using our business to make money. I know good and doggone well them folks ain't pulling up, setting up shop in our business trying to sell to other people. Jan start cussing. I calmed her down like, hey, cool, be cool, chill, relax. So I come up with the bright idea and Jan's was like, I'm cool with it. I said, you know what we ought to do? We ought to shift the algorithm so less people see them because they're building followers, but they're selling the followers to lead a platform and we're losing money. Following now? The algorithm is a business working the way it's supposed to work. Now, here you go, trying to run your business on social media content, thinking that's the solution to more customers and clients. And I'm telling you, every time it works for you, it's going to stop working because the goal of the platform is to be in the business of selling people to stay on the platform. And you trying to tell them, comment the word, speak, comment the word, this. You went from click the link in my bio to comment the word. It's a problem for those who still think that's a strategy to grow your business. Y'all ever had anybody break this stuff down to you like this? Now, how many of y'all, your number one strategy that you in your head was, if I could just get over myself and start posting more content? That was your full strategy for this year. And I'm trying to tell you, algorithm is a problem. There is a strategic way to work it. Why? Because it's pulling from keywords, which means the speaking and the keywords in its interest base will then push your content out to more people. Last problem is attention. Now, what must we do to fix it? What must we do to fix it? I want to unpack attention. We got AI and information, we have the algorithm, and we have attention. Y'all know this, we're in an attention recession. Okay, got it. We're also in a trust recession. Here's what has to happen. I'm not saying this because I've been blessed with the privilege of being gifted this movement by God called Entrepreneur Speaker, but you're going to have to become an entrepreneur speaker. I'll explain what I mean. You're going to have to become an entrepreneur speaker. Can y'all see my screen? Okay. Now here's what this looks like, and I need everybody to follow along now. This is the teaching point, and right after this, we'll take a quick transitional break. You're going to have the entrepreneur side, and you're going to have the speaker side. When you hear the two words compounded together, entrepreneur, speaker, I want you to hear it as an acrostic where there are two sides to this. Now, the entrepreneur side, call it your mom. The entrepreneur side has to fix the mom of the business. I'm going to rewrite this so it's cleaner. And I'll tell it to you real fast because y'all can write it faster than I can. Here's what I mean. Mindset, it's going to be 2 M's. Messaging, the offer, the marketing, and there's that last M, the money / like money model. On the entrepreneur side, we got mindset, messaging, offer, marketing, and money model. Write this down really quick. I cannot unpack all of it. I'll try to get to it in session 2. All 5 of these are the elements that a person would need if there's going to be any level of growth. I'll say this fast. When y'all see mindset, you're thinking motivation. You can do it, encouragement. I'm not thinking that at all. Mindset is not a motivational speech or a sermon. Mindset deals with the person understanding what they need to do to get a result. It's where, like, if we're talking about vision, if we're talking about a person strategically saying, okay, here's my 3-year, my 2-year, not just knowing about something, cognitive recognition, but knowing what to do when it doesn't work. So here's what I mean. Some aspects of mindset, when you hear me say entrepreneur, please hear this very clearly. Some of us are mixing, like there's too much intermingling between the business and the person. I'll tell you what I mean. Whatever the person thinks is a lot of money, they infuse that thought process into their business. So they're managing their personal financial trauma and starving the business. I'll tell you what I mean. When you get ready to make a decision about investment, or I'll say me, I'm not thinking about my personal bills when I make a decision for my business bills, because the business is much like a child. I feed my daughter every day. I feed my business every day. Most business owners, the intermingling between their personal finance and their business finance and their personal decisions and their business decisions. Kira, I'll make an even better example of this. They personally think, I don't want people to think I'm doing too much, but their business demands that they do too much. So their personal is getting in the way of their business. Their business needs sales, but they personally don't feel like selling and don't want to sell. That's the mindset piece I'm talking about, where you as a person and you as your business are competing with one another, and you have to unravel those things. That makes sense? Business owners, Charles, business owners, Lisa, business owners, Pam, if you see it as a brainchild, you see your business as your baby, business owners are the only one that expect a brand new baby to feed them instead of them feeding the baby. So starve the business and not invest into the business so it could grow into a full grown. So you have brand new business owners or business owners, watch this, with no data, no strategy, no consistency, saying, I want to automate my business and make money in my sleep. Let's make it while we're awake first. Because you cannot automate, systemize, or plug anything to AI that is not consistent. So the consistency of the business is then plugged into data. Okay, mindset, messaging. These kind of are intertwined because messaging is marketing, but I'm gonna show us something really quick. Marcus, make this whole thing come full circle and make it make sense, because it's just on the entrepreneur side, okay? This is just the entrepreneur side. This is just the what? Entrepreneur side. We're not even on the speaker side yet. And how many of you already seeing how these two, when the business is fully functional, how much clearer can you speak from stage when you have the components of the business clear? Much clearer, because now everything is interconnected as skill is working and system is working. Okay. So catch this. I'm gonna show us an example so this is anchored. I'm gonna use my girl Joy. Well, I'm gonna use all of us in the example. Anybody ever been driving down the interstate before and you see that, let's say 285, 85, 75, 20, or whatever the numbers are in your state. I live in Atlanta. You'll see those little signs on the side of the road that says food next exit. And you start seeing all the different icons that tells you what type of food. Everybody know what I'm referring to? Yes, yes. So you're driving down the road. You see the signs on the right side of the road that says food next exit. Driving down the road, you see signs on the side of the road that say food next exit. Everybody got to participate in this because I'm going to show you something. This is about messaging and marketing. This shows you how speaking becomes the superpower that without the speaking, there's nothing happening for these things that's on the side of the business, okay? So watch this. I'm going to give us an example, and I want everybody to vote on this. Let's say you are starving. Everybody in here, you hungry. You're hungry, you're hungry, you're hungry, you're starving. You're hungry, you're hungry, you're hungry, you're starving. Got it? Now, if you are hungry, that means you are the ideal customer for a restaurant, correct? Yes, yes? Now, can the restaurant market to you if you're not hungry? No. Can they convince you to eat if you just ate? No. So here's what has to happen. So let's say everybody in here is hungry, so you're the ideal candidate for the customer. And you already say to yourself, man, we got to get off on one of these X's and grab something to eat. Like first one I see, I'm pulling off. On the right side of the road, you see food next exit. On the right side of the road, you see food next exit. On the right side of the road, you see food next exit. On the right side of the road, you see food next exit. Got it? On the left side of the road, you see a sign that says soul food, seafood, vegan options. Let's back it up. Right side of the road, you see food next exit. Left side of the road, you see soul food, seafood, vegan options. Cousins in the chat, where we pulling? Right side or left side? Left. I love it. I see vegan. I see soul food. Now, look at it. I see vegan, soul food, vegan, soul food. Now watch this. Watch this. I see left, vegan, seafood, soul food. Okay. This, Sonia, apex is my point. Because what messaging and marketing is, tie this into social media markets. Social media is online traffic. You only direct traffic when you can now use messaging and marketing to direct people who are already hungry to get off the exit and go to your restaurant. Are y'all catching the point? Now watch this. I said food, next exit, right side. I said left side, soul food, seafood, even vegan options. Notice how some people said vegan. You heard what you desire. Some people said soul food. You heard what you desire. Some people said seafood. You heard what you desire. This is where the entrepreneur side matches with the skill side of speaking. Knowing what to say, how to say it, how people need to hear it to make a buying decision. I got to let that marinate. How many of y'all, the moment you heard me say soul food, seafood, vegan options, you tuned out the other options and you only heard the one that you have a desire for? Be honest with me. In your mind, you're like, soul food, seafood. You already made the decision and I see Sonia said me. That's the power of these two things working together. Now, if you don't perfect this, I'm telling you that people that are not in this space, people that are not in this room, people that are not entrepreneur speakers, let them keep going online and telling people get off food next exit. What does that sound like in content? What's up, family? So this week, I got something crazy happening. If you're trying to go to the next level and trying to be a six-figure business owner, food next exit. General like a mug. And the only people that are coming are people who don't have anything going on. Why? Quality people who could pay you are looking for specifics. What's up, fam? So you already know we've been killing it, you know what I'm saying, with Entrepreneur Speaker. We've been helping people make 5 figures in a day, 6 figures in a day. So what we want to do, if you're trying to turn up, trying to take your business to the next level, for the next 3 days, I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to give you the sauce. Woo, that was rough. That was rough. What am I going to learn again? What am I going to get again? Food next exit. And the person will say, man, it's crazy, man. a bunch of people signed up, but they didn't show up, and then the people that showed up weren't willing to buy. They will never assess these two pieces aren't working together. Are y'all catching this? Are y'all catching this? So here's the speaker side. I don't have time to unpack all of these, but I'll say this piece really quick. No, I'll do this in the next session, but I'll do this in the next session. Here's what you're gonna need on this side. Let me ask a question while I'm doing this. One of the dope parts about conversations like this that we're having, we get to sit in this and it becomes a mirror for us that spots one of the things myself and Coach Krisha does a lot is we call it money, what we call money holes and lead leaks. So we look into our business and we can see where leads are leaking or whether they're money holes where we're not currently maximizing a money stream. What normally happens in rooms like this, we come looking for information and presentations like what we're doing right now, where I'm walking you all through. What are the actual leaks? My question is, are you processing it correctly, seeing this is the gap? Like this will not fix itself. This is the part that has to happen for the thing that you wrote down. Like that shortfall between your income goal and the money you want to make, this is that. Please write this down. You cannot make new money without developing new skills. You cannot make new money without developing new skills. Definitely, yes, it is. Some of you have learned more in the last, some of you came yesterday and today, some of you just came today. Some of you have learned more in the last, hours and change than you probably learned across all your different webinars, all your different trainings. Because what's happening is, if you will pay attention, I haven't talked about me at all. The goal is to bring the money we're making is based on our current skills, right? So the goal is to make sure we expose you to this and you get to make whatever decision you want on how you want to go about fixing that. But at least you'll know what you need. Make sense? So you can't make new money without new skill, and you can't get new clients and new customers without new systems. So Ms. Brittany Russell, if we're saying we want new money, we need new skills. If we're trying to pivot to attract a different audience, to reach our brand, if we're in a transitional period where you were selling one thing, you were branded as one specific thing, you shut down. If you shut down a particular community or a coaching program or consulting, or you developed and added other pieces, you can't just slap a name out and do a launch without making a shift in system and in skill. Because anytime that there is a price change or audience change, there has to be a messaging and a marketing and an offer change, all those pieces on this left side. Are y'all following this? Okay, I'm gonna anchor this with an example. I'm gonna wrap up with the right side, and then I'm gonna do something special in the next few seconds that I'm excited about. I know you guys will be excited about. Okay, let's go on another field trip. Let's go on another field trip. We ready? I'm gonna show y'all something. It's gonna expose you to. When y'all hear me say speaking, you keep thinking that I'm talking about just what you say. This is writing. This is every place that I find a message from you, from social media to the emails I write, to the caption you write, to you on stage, to pitching, to presentations. You use this skill across all places that I can hear from you, okay? It establishes the brand, it grows the business, it helps people make a decision to work with you, buy you, book you, etc. Clear? Okay, now watch this. Who's in this room that plan on increasing or changing your price? Like you plan on going up on your price? I see Brittany said her. I see a few others. I see Unisha. I see Cookie. I see Stephanie. Okay, well, all y'all decided yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay. Now watch this. This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna blow your mind because you're gonna see you can't even increase your price and get the people you want without this right side and this left side working together. Entrepreneur speaker. Can I prove it to you? Can I prove it to you? Okay. Jamie Ledger, right underneath our noses, I want to ask y'all, who remembers a gentleman by the name of Ronald McDonald? Y'all remember him? Big red shoes, clown, big nose. Y'all remember Ronald McDonald? Okay. I'm gonna ask y'all one big question. All right. And we got to send a next 48 investigation. What happened to Ronald? Ronald didn't get hit by that COVID-19, did he? The COVID didn't get him, not the COVID. Not Ronald. I know that COVID didn't get Ronald. That's how you would say COVID. No, that boy got that COVID. Not COVID. Woo! When's the last time you seen Ronald? Long time. Can I tell you why? Do you mind if I tell you why? Do you mind if I tell you why we don't see Ronald? Because McDonald's made a decision that y'all made to increase your price to change your audience. And you can't have an audience change or a price change without a messaging change. So watch this. Ronald McDonald speaks to kids. If you pay attention to every McDonald's, they got rid of the playgrounds because it wasn't the highest revenue. They tracked with data, people were getting healthier and no longer eating the same foods they once ate. Their primary customer are construction workers who get coffee every day and eat the breakfast. So they ran a line mid-cafe, smoothies. So if I'm going to attract the audience, I can't just create the product. I got to change the messaging, the marketing, the offer, the mindset, the money model. If not, McDonald's or not, watch this. In the history of that campaign, they spent over $1 billion for you to know who Ronald McDonald is. They abandoned money they spent in the past to invest money in the future to grow their business and to scale their business. Now, some of you are saying, I'm going to increase price, but you're not taking into account, you can't do it without the entrepreneur side and the speaker side. You're just going to change the number on a website and host a webinar and a masterclass. I'm telling you. Y'all made me mad. Sorry, you made me mad. Felt like I was Stanley telling you, I've told you, get off my freaking grass on Friday. Y'all don't watch no movies. Y'all don't. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm telling you, this is the problem. Be honest with me. How many of y'all you were going to change price, change, offer, transition, and not think through or develop any of these things? Let's land the plane and let's take the break. All right. This isn't an option. The problem of AI, which is also a solution, the problem of the algorithm, the problem of detention isn't going away. You're going to have to, whether it's with me or someone else, get these two pieces together. Now I'm gonna ask, do you understand why? Do you understand and do you understand, have you made a commitment to know you're gonna have to develop this? Yes, yes? Here's my questions before we take this quick break, and then I'm gonna jump right back into an assessment, okay? Now, what do you feel you need right now? What do you feel you need right now? Based on your goals, what do you feel you need right now? Drop it in the chat. What do you feel you need right now? Based on what we shared so far just in this session, what do you feel you need right now? Skill system, clear systems, clear. I need to get clients with skill. Got it. Your culture. I need both. Here's what I'll do with team. Go ahead and get ready. I'm going to be done with this in 2 minutes. Can I tell you how to decide what you need quickly? And then I'll unpack it more later on. I call it ISSA. Whenever you get ready to make an investment, so you never lose any money, I want to help everybody in this room because I teach my clients this. I don't want you to be in a room and be compelled by emotion and make a decision to invest in something you do not need. So is it okay if I show you how to never lose money when you invest in your business and invest in coaching, consulting, any of that? And I'll show you how to do that. You can never help somebody that doesn't know what they want. So let me anchor this. You need one of these things. Number one, chances are you need information. Here's how you know you need information. You need information if someone knows something you don't know, and if you knew it, you would do more and have more. Meaning, the reason for your inactivity is because you're unclear on what to do. So you're aware of the goal, but unaware of what are the actions in a sequence in order to do it. At that point, you do need information. You need to be exposed to very specific things. You don't need it long term, but you need at least to be exposed. Okay, Marcus, when you say speaking, when you say a marketing system, what type of marketing system? How do I build it? So you have questions on how. You need information when you are asking yourself these questions. What should I sell? Who should I sell it to? How should I sell it? How do I launch it? What should I be doing consistently? If those are your questions, you need information. So you should be looking for someone that informs you. Is that clear? Now, second, drop one if you're there. If you say, I need that. Drop one if you're there, I need information. Marcus, I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm hearing what you're saying. I can't process it all and turn the information. Like, you guys are hearing information, but you're like, Marcus, I can't turn that information into a skill and a strategy. I need your help to do that. Okay. Number two, that means you need strategy. How do you know you need strategy, Daryl? How do you know you need strategy, Pam? It's where you've got something working. You've got websites. You've got different pieces of information. You got a program. You got an offer. You got an email list. But guess what you're wondering? How do I make this all work? So you have the information, but you don't have a strategy that gets you a result. So you're trying to figure out between my mini chat, between my content, between my offer, between my programs, between my community, what's the thing that makes all of this work together? Saying, how do I use a strategy to get a consistent result? If you have information, but you're not seeing results, you need strategy. That's number two. Who needs that? And here's the truth. Normally, at the information level, you're less than 5 figures a month. At strategy level, you've had spikes in revenue, but no consistent revenue. So from month to month, you don't know what you're making. That's normally an indicator and a symptom of strategy, where there are spikes, but you don't know why it was the spike, so you don't know what to keep reproducing and doing. You're like, oh, well, I did this and it was working. I got a few sales, but you don't, okay, what do I do next month? So first is information, the second is strategy. Third, system. You only need a system when you have a consistent strategy producing a result. You can't systemize what isn't consistent, where there is no data. Fourth is skill. The information in your head don't work, and the strategy don't work, and the system don't work if you don't have a skill to keep driving people into it. Because if I come into your business and there is no skill of marketing, the skill of speaking, the skill of selling, none of the other pieces work. We call it skill stacking, Mr. Christopher. Skill stacking is where whatever business you're in, you have that skill, but it's the skills we don't have that stop the business from growing. So if I have the skill of an accountant, but I don't have the skill of marketing and sales, I can't grow my accounting business. If I have the skill of AI prompting and setting up AI agents, but I don't have the skill of marketing and selling, I can't grow that business. So we might have a skill problem. It's the skills you don't have, and you have it stacked it with the skill you do have to grow and scale. So guess what you pay for? You pay for a person to teach you skill. And the A is accountability, where you're doing the thing consistently. And guess what you want the opportunity to do? Do it, get data, and get coaching on how to optimize it to say, hey, is this right? Hey, so recently I did a such and such and such, or recently I was on a call with a client. They said they were ready to pay. What do I send next? They haven't responded. That's accountability. Normally you need those. So let me ask you all, which one of those do you think you need? Information, strategy, system, or accountability? I'll see all. Here's what I'm going to do. And Tuck wants to do it. I know Tucker wants to do another giveaway. My team want to do a giveaway. I'll be running over the time we're supposed to do giveaways, but we be wanting to give y'all stuff. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. And the way that I structure things, I do not want you all to sit in a room like this and just consume information. I want the ability to show you how to, in a micro learning platform, learn but be able to actually do it. So for instance, Brittany, I wouldn't talk about building the brand without giving you what to do for 30 days to reposition your brand. We call it a brand sprint, where I tell you what to do for 30 days to reposition your brand and introduce yourself to people. Within the brand, I'll show you how to do a cash flow sprint. So now you can monetize off of this new audience. So it's going to build a whole new avatar and whole new leads. So what we want to do is be able to provide just enough information for you to do the action. Make sense? We want to cut down on the amount of time that you're learning in the room and increase the time that you're doing and asking me questions to get results and get help. Is everybody clear on that? We don't want you to spend time crafting a webinar. I want to give you my webinar script. We don't want you to spend time wondering how to close a sale. We want to show you. We don't want you to spend time wondering how to create a signature speech, how to create a brand speech, a keynote speech. We want to show you. We want to give you how to craft and create stories. We want to show you what language should go on your sales pages, what language should go in your content, what language should go in your contracts. We talked to somebody this weekend about contracts. So here's what I want to do very fast. And what I want to make sure everybody get. I want to make sure you get the skills in the system. I want to make sure you get me, my team, from implementation to skill lab. Many of you need more reps. You need the opportunity to practice it, to get in front of more people. You need presentations. You need opportunities. You need to know how to maximize a podcast, how to maximize a panel. You're ready to not just be sitting on a sideline. Some of you are watching this week and you're like, man, I want to know how he did this, how he structured this. Ask me. Ask me. If you want our schedule, to my clients, if you want the schedule of how the whole thing was laid out, ask me. We'll give you the call. We'll give you the schedule, the full runner show. Because the goal is to give you what you need so you can do it and get coaching from doing, not from learning. Does that make sense? So you can get a result faster. Does anybody know that you want that, need that? Please don't say yes if you're just talking. This ain't church. This ain't say yes, say amen. I want to actually know who wants my help. Thank you. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cookie says, see you Monday. Let's do this very fast. Let's do this very fast. Team, can you provide the link very fast for me? Because I don't want to take up a bunch of time on this. I want to be able to make it available, let people be involved, be a part, and then I want us to be able to do our giveaway and get right back into it. Here's why. I think that some people are so used to someone wanting something from them instead of wanting to give something to them that normally in our head, we think we're doing someone a favor by buying something we already know we want. So the goal is to provide for you. Here's what I want to ask you. For those of you who got a $2,500 offer, $3,000 offer, $5,000 offer, we have decided to take a mastermind program where you with me for 12 weeks. Can you continue beyond it? Yes. Guess what I did, Brittany, that's so insane. We took a $25,000 mastermind that's some of the biggest you see in the space, that from one of the owners of Earn Your Leisure and Coach K. We worked with Alicia Little, on, right? $25,000. We made it available for this for $2,000. Here's what happens that I'm doing for this group. Y'all can hold me accountable. When your 12 weeks is up, you can renew for $100. Why? Because it's not money. The goal is to take people and amplify what they're doing. This is what next month, some of you will be chosen to be on stage. I'm not doing a summit next month. I'm putting you on stage in front of my audience to help you with your reach. So now the goal is let's tighten up the entrepreneur side. Let's get the offer. Some of you will do an offer ABC boot camp where we audit, we build what you have, and we create additional revenue streams. We call it offer ABC boot camp. Coupled with that, we will show you how to create your own stage so you have opportunity to generate revenue. You can bring the data back to us. It's where I'm telling you, you get a chance for the first time ever to take the model of someone who's winning and be able to follow it. I'm not going to go into all the details of it. So what you'll be able to do, you will now not be guessing each week, guessing each day. You'll be able to know exactly what to do each day, each week. You're like, Marcus, how is this so? Every Monday is our mastermind calls. But you're like, Marcus, what happens after that? On Tuesday is implementation. Why? I don't want Latasha to get in a mastermind call and get exposed to what to do without having space with me and my team to know how to do it. Make sense? She's also going to need Skill Lab to practice the skill and get feedback and adjustments to know what to do. So for instance, yesterday, y'all saw, some of you were in the room and saw with podcasting, I was showing how to answer the question, what do you do? I was breaking down how to subconsciously pitch your offer. I was like, don't answer that way, do it this way. I taught the 5 ingredients of how to tell a story. I taught how to not have to hand out a business card at networking events. All of these are things that we will show you how to do, from cash flow sprint, brand sprint. If this is something that you know that you want, I want to make it available for you. Does that make sense? All right, team. We at that point. We at that point. There it is right there. Do me one favor. I'm going to give us, it's 1:50. I'm going to give us about 2 minutes to have access to do that. When you click it, here's what you're going to see. You go to that page. Or Tuck or Christian, can y'all help me out and go to the page? I'm one of them people mentally that can't stand going through a page and all that kind of stuff. I check out. Just so I want everybody to make a clear and conscious decision of exactly what it is that we're doing. As well as my team will be making themselves available. If you're in here and you have questions, Tucker will be able to tell you how you can speak with our team to answer questions that you may have about it. If you need help with finance or any of those things. So here's how this works. Go down for me, family. Go down for me. I just want to talk about what they get. So I'm gonna go live. When we talk about live mastermind sessions, the sessions are built around a couple different things. The sessions are built around a couple different things. It's either going to be on the entrepreneur side or the speaker side, but one of the things we do is we merge them together. So for instance, this Monday, we're showing you specifically how to do a presentation where you teach your specific framework with subtle selling in it. Here's what I mean. If I told you all that you can come speak on a summit, but you can't sell, you would need to know how to do a presentation teaching, but that generate leads and subconsciously sell for you. So this Monday, we're doing that, showing you how to do that. So you'll always see this merging and matching between entrepreneurship and speaking. This is where we walk you through everything from offer, selling, presentation techniques, how to hold attention. Write this down. Here are 3 specific things that every one of you need, and I'll tell you why you need it. You need communication psychology. How do you communicate in a way that increases retention so people can remember you, that increases memorization, that also increases the decision? So we'll show you how to do this. Let's go down, family. I won't spend too much time on speaking. You've already seen it this week. Offer, audit, build, and create workshop. Webinar mastery training. How many of y'all know you need help with webinars, master classes, or consulting? Like those of you who are consulting and doing consulting packages and lead generation. So you'll see right here, we even added we added content and lead generation within it, showing you, watch this. Here's what's so dope about it, Cookie. We show you the 3 types of leads for the 3 types of buyers. So you'll find 3 ways to drive traffic and 3 ways to generate leads. Why? Because everybody don't buy the same. So you'll need 3 types of leads and 3 types of buyers. You'll get our sales system. You'll get our sales scripts. Let's go down. as well as we'll create space for Q&A, for coaching, et cetera. Our stuff kind of runs multiple days a week. We got stuff on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Get as much or as little as you want, all right? Here's what I want to do. Y'all can see that right there. We'll honor it 3 months, 1997. After that, we're gonna let you continue to be a part of the community and and get everything that you need for only $100 a month. I don't know anybody that does this, all right? So here are some ways that you can take advantage of this. You'll see where you can pay in full. You'll see that you can do a payment plan. You'll also see where we have finance partners that allows you to stretch this out some months, years, et cetera, that puts it that way, all right? Christian, Tucker, y'all got anything?
Yeah, no, I'll go through a few other things with you guys. I mean, our team is here on standby. If you guys, are needing assistance and you have questions, we have several team members in the room where you could text them and they will be here to assist you guys. So team, can we drop the phone number? If you all just text the phone number in the chat, don't call it because they may be using that phone line to make some dials. But if you go ahead and you text the phone number that the team's about to drop in the chat, Izzy, can we drop that, team, can we drop that phone number in the chat? But if you all text what they're about to drop, you'll be able to book a call with our team, or they'll go ahead and answer your questions live in the chat. All right. So thank you, Levi, for just dropping that in the chat. We appreciate it. There we go. Take a screenshot of it. The phone number is 470-704-3615. There's actually 2 or 3 phone numbers you can use there in the chat. It looks like the team's dropping multiple because our team has multiple. So use the one that Izzy and Levi are dropping if you would like to talk with our team. All right. So we have the entire day open to help you all jump into this. All right. So if you need support, you need help, we are here for you. Now, I do want to be honest, open, and transparent with you all that Sunday night at midnight, this will be closing, meaning the price will going up to at least $3,000 to $5,000. So act now or before Sunday night at midnight. Now, obviously, you get access as soon as you jump in. What does that mean? Meaning, as soon as you purchase, all you have to do is check your email, and we got the school group in there. We got the calendar in the school group with all the calls. You get immediate access. You don't have to delay. The team has a Google Sheet where you can actually go and they're approving people and they see, okay, oh, Tracy just joined. Let me approve Stacy into the school group. And then they're going to get you in there so you can be on your journey towards becoming an entrepreneur speaker. All right. So let me just show you all one more thing. We have Alicia Little coming to the stage here in just a few minutes. So I wouldn't leave if I were you. She's going to share some stuff that's going to blow your mind with AI and how you can infuse AI into your business and as a speaker into your speaking journey. But I want to show you all one thing real quick because Marcus hit on it, but I want to show you all. So we do have 2 payments of $1,200 here if you click this button, but we also have something called Clarity Pay. Clarity Pay is an option where it can break it down in a very, very decent, let me say it this way. It'll break it down in a way where it makes it a little bit easier on your cash flow in your business, right? So when you click here, all you're going to do is choose Clarity Pay from the options available at the checkout. And it doesn't hurt to try it. There's Apple Pay, but just click Clarity Pay here. And then it'll take you to a new page where you'll finish your application. It's literally takes you only about 60 seconds to see if you get approved or not with Clarity Pay. But that's not the only option we have. If you're here and you want to look at other options, if you click on the 1997 Pay in Full, we do also have options like Split It, Sezzle, Afterpay, Klarna. These are all options where you can split it up over payments if you need to. Majority of people just pay it out right in full because it's such a crazy no-brainer discount that he's offering. But in the case that you need to break it up over payments, don't be afraid to try one of these other platforms, all right? And our team can walk you through all those options at the inbox, the text message link that you just received in the chat, all right? Now, a few things. I want to let you all know that I promised a giveaway. So this is what I'm going to do. Team, while they're working on that, I know that's the most important thing to focus on right now, but I do want to let them have one chance to win. Let's do this, $25 or $50 cash. Let me see who I'm going to send that to. Let me see who I'm going to send that to.
So can I answer a question really quick while you're doing that? I'm seeing people are private messaging me. Is this a course? No. I want to make sure I'm clear on it because I saw two different messages ask me the same question. So the way we do this, and I'll say this fast so everybody gets this. We have what we call I love all-inclusive resort. Don't judge your boy. And if you ever see me in Mexico, just mind your business. That's all. So we do what we call an all-inclusive model. So everything that you can possibly get access to in the coaching space, we merge into our programs. For instance, if you are in coaching, you could buy a digital product. Well, for us, we don't sell digital products. We give them away to our clients. So I think yesterday someone asked me and said, Marcus, do you have anything that could show me how to tell my stories, what stories to sell, et cetera? Yes, we don't sell that. We give that to you. Hey, Marcus, do you have anything that will show me how to conduct a webinar? Yes. Do you have anything that walks me through how to do a 5-day challenge? Yes. So you can get digital products. We have a speaker hub that are anchoring trainings that shows you the basics of speaking, storytelling, subconscious selling, and selling. So it walks you through how to do those things. You can watch them at your own pace. Does that make sense for everybody? So you got digital products that supports each thing that you will do. If you're saying, Marcus, I need to change my messaging, we give you an entire messaging blueprint telling you what to say, how to say it, how to relaunch, et cetera. We also give you a portal of videos you can watch at your own pace. So we don't sell a course, we give you one for free with it. Make sense? We also, in a mastermind, you would get community, or you could also pay for a membership in community. With us, you also get community. From book club to our prayer calls, to our speaking calls, to today we got Entrepreneur Speaker Cafe, it's something almost every single day on how that's supported. So there's community. We also do live calls every Monday. We have calls on Tuesdays. We have book club on, I think, Wednesday. We have co-working on Thursday. So as you can see, we took from a mastermind to community to course to digital product. It allows you now to have each part you need. And what sweetens it, Ms. Latasha, is that we found that most programs, and I don't even want to call it that because that's not, in essence, that's not what it is. It's a skill and system-based training, because you walk away with actual asset. So you're walking away with your actual speech. You're walking away with your actual script. You're actually building these things out, right? So one of the things that we made sure we did is we created Skill Lab, meaning you get to practice the skill. You get to get feedback on it. You get to present. You get to pitch. You get to practice interviewing, which is one of the things we'll be doing in July as well. So now imagine you practice being on a panel and learning how to do micro speeches. You practice doing a masterclass, a training, a keynote, and learning how to do that. So as you can hear, I want to make sure, can we see how different that is from a course? If you're signing up thinking that you're signing up for information, do not compare what you're getting this week where I'm teaching you something to me building assets with you. We want you to walk away with a marketing system, a sales system, speaking skill, sales skill. So the goal is to build around that to give you those things, not to give you information. Is everybody clear on that? Is everybody clear on that? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love it. Clear. They said clear as mud. Not just joking. They said clear. All right. So we're going to go ahead and let me see real quick. While we're waiting on our guest speaker to hop in the room, let's actually, Coach, if we had like 2 people that had questions about the mastermind before we go into our guest speaker here in just a second. If you have questions, let's just do 2 or 3 live questions about the mastermind. If you're here and you have a question about the program and you want to come up and ask it to Coach Krisha, go ahead and let us know. Use the hand raise feature. Latasha, I'm assuming you have a question about the mastermind. Is that right? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, she does. Okay. But before we go there, I want to talk about how you guys can have a chance to win some cash. All right. So number 1, we are going to drop Marcus's YouTube. All right. So I want to drop Marcus's YouTube in the chat. All right. So you guys need to go subscribe and drop inside of the Facebook group. Make sure that you all go and drop a screenshot that you are subscribed. All right. So I just dropped the link in the chat for you. If you all go ahead and click, somebody says I already subscribed. Great. If you're already subscribed, still take a screenshot and post it inside of the Facebook group. All right. So we're going to be picking one person who goes and does this here in just a little bit. All right. So let's go to Latasha real quick. And then we'll bring up Sharon right after. Sharon, if you could turn on your camera. But Latasha, what's your question?
Thank you so much for taking my question. I appreciate it. I do have a question. I So just to kind of give you a background of what my question comes from, I was in a speakers boot camp and I was able to learn a lot of information of how to structure a speech and different things like that, which I'm going to toot my own horn. I was the winner, the champion speaker. So when it comes to the school type of platform, it's a great platform. However, I want to be able to understand, because Marcus is curating this whole event, how involved will he be in really being able to give feedback, really be able to structure not just a platform of school, but really be able to give a one-on-one type of situation to be able to get the most bang for your buck.
Okay. So it is a group program. Marcus coaches live every Monday at 6 p.m. right now. Initially, it was supposed to be bi-weekly, but because of the value he wants to give, he shows up live every Monday at 6 p.m. So you have Coach Marcus himself every Monday live at 6 p.m. We also do something called implementation and hot seat. This is where you get to be on the hot seat to be coached specifically by Marcus. He acts as a consultant for your business. Of course, it's based on availability in terms of size of the room, but you get his mind, his system, his thought on your speaking. So that's in terms of feedback. All of the coaches have been through an entrepreneur speaker, or myself, I've been with Marcus over 10 years. So I've heard him speak more than anybody else. So in terms of the feedback, you'll have the coaches, myself, you have Coach Lo, Coach Doretta, who will be in the chat in the community giving feedback on it. Let's say you share a presentation, messaging, things like that, you will get our particular feedback. Of course, he can't give individual feedback to everyone in the community because of his time availability and everything else that he does, but he shows up at Coaches Live, and then we do hot seat, Q&A, and implementation.
All right, did that
answer
help
the
you,
question?
Latasha? All right,
Okay.
awesome. Let's go with it looks like Miss Morris, you are up.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Look, somebody in the chat says it's an active community. Those of you who already are in Mastermind, can you share in the chat so that people know in terms of what we've built, our community? There's always going to be feedback, and all of the coaches are extremely skilled and have been coached by Marcus. Hi, Cecilia.
Hi. This is an awesome program, and Marcus is a phenomenal speaker. My question is, do you also have anything in the program to help us find events or podcasts to speak at?
We don't specifically have an external way for you to find speaking events and podcasts. What we are focused on is using and leveraging Marcus's stage to build a platform for our clients. So the next speaking summit is only going to be people inside of the community. On the cafe on Tuesday, it's only people inside of the community. We are seeking to acquire our own TEDx stage. It's only going to be people inside of the community. So while we don't give external like links to podcasts, from time to time, if we get them, we do. People ask us sometimes for speakers. We try to keep a very active Rolodex of people and their topics. So what you'll see once you come into the community and you are on the cafe stage, that is your first stage for us to say, if we get a request, hey, do you guys have a keynote on this topic? We go into our Rolodex and we recommend, but our focus is creating a stage that showcases you guys. It's going to happen on the summit, the TEDx, and of course, other opportunities we would create internally.
Awesome. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, love it. And shout out real quick, we've had some people jump in and take advantage of the opportunity. Shout out to, real quick, I want to make sure, Venus Miller. Everybody put congratulations, Venus, in the chat for jumping in. That's so exciting, so amazing to see Venus jump in and take advantage of the opportunity. Everybody put congratulations. If you're still working on it, put working on it in the chat. Put working on it in the chat. And shout out to all those that are subscribing to YouTube as well. I see you guys. You're commenting. I see you. We'll give that away in just a few minutes. All right. We'll give that away in just a few minutes. So let's see. Let's do one more question before we go to the next segment. Does anybody else have a question? Anybody? Want to make sure we do one. Okay. Sherry, and then we'll go up to the next segment. All right, Sherry, you're up.
Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. But
Pleasure.
do you work with people who they know what they want to do? They know what business they want, like for instance, me, travel. Do you work with people to help them get started and where to post and how to post and stuff like that?
So the program is very comprehensive, right? So the first thing we offer, ABC Bootcamp, you'll see people in the chat saying it's amazing. It helps you to identify your lane. And if you don't have anything to audit, you create and build. So we've structured the program in a way that if once you have an idea, you will be given the tools that help you to create and also to build. In terms of the challenges and everything that we do monthly, we will have specific trackers that we say, okay, post X times on this platform. We will give you frameworks in terms of how your content should be structured. One of the things Marcus does is film sessions where he would pull up a video that he has created or an ad he has created, tell you exactly what he did in that ad, why he did it, so you can emulate it. So although we will not tell you post on Instagram, post on YouTube, we will give you structure, framework, guide you, assist you in moving that business forward.
Okay.
Can I ask a follow-up question to that, Sherry? I'm a coach, so I got to ask. Whenever someone asks a question like that, it's normally because there's, in essence, I wouldn't say fear, for lack of better words, I'll say in their mind of a picture that they see. So as it relates to, of all the things that we're talking about here now, the systems we build, the skill that we develop, there's a hyper focus for you on specifically will you be told what to do on what platforms. Here's what I would challenge you, because I'm already your coach, right? It's not what you post. What do you want when you post it? So if you would have asked me that in the room, I would say post and then what? What do you want them to do? Because every piece of content on social media is a part of your marketing department. It only does what you told it to do. So long before you do the content, we've got to figure out the content serves as a marketing and sales. What do you want them to do? And that's beyond a call to action. It's what you add into it that speaks to a very specific group of people. So we have to get you clear on that. So my question to you very fast, what do you want from your content?
So I want people to see it. I want people to donate to it because I have also a give back program besides travel for, just for whoever wants to travel, but I also have a give back program for people who are not able to afford to travel. So I have a give back program for
Gotcha.
that. So I want them to donate to that. And
Got you. So, I mean, for you, that's not content, that's a marketing campaign.
okay.
Because you're talking about building a movement. That's not singular content. That's a marketing campaign. So you would definitely need the marketing system we're referring to. You also would need for you to be able to capture and over a period of time be able to create an emotion and story tell, speak, and things of that nature. As well as you can't build emotional affinity in 30-second pieces. You need more long form as well. Okay. So yeah, we got you covered.
Got me? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
I love it. And shout out real quick too. We had another person just jump in. Tiffany Perry, congratulations on becoming an entrepreneur speaker. I love it. All right. So it looks like Alicia is a little delayed, Marcus. So I'm going to let you jump in from here and I'll
Love it.
pull Alicia up when she's ready.
Love
But
it. Just-
Coach, did you have
I think
anything
we
else
have
you
a
wanted to say?
question. I see Coach Angela has a question. Her hand is up.
Okay, great. Coach Angela, you're up.
Hi, Coach Marcus. My question is, in the past, you told me to focus on coaching and speaking. And in the past, I've kind of done and been all over the place. And my concern with this is I'm currently in a mastermind for coaching, like to get the coaching part of my business solidified in a spirit of excellence. And so I didn't want to overwhelm myself by doing too much at one time, although I feel like I'm a speaker that coaches. So I know I need this part or what have you, because I've been speaking since I was 14 years old. So yeah, that's it. I don't know. So my question was, I was thinking, could I pay my money, but then I don't want to start until, maybe some other, like a future timeline, because I was trying to finish by third quarter what I'm already currently doing.
Okay. So you want my transparent answer? I wouldn't say honest answer because I'm always honest.
Yes,
About
no, go ahead, please.
Okay. We done built some rapport and some relationship, so I know you trust me, right? You were with me yesterday from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock at night. Our calls are much less time than this summit. It's not a time issue. You're
Okay.
with me today all day, and you're gonna be with me tomorrow. We're never 4 hours a day all week long. So watch this. If coaching was getting in the way, and if the coaching that you're getting was everything you needed, you wouldn't have signed up for this.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
Number two, you're going to be very frustrated to build something that you don't have nobody to sell it to.
Right, okay.
So you don't wait until you build the thing and hope that people will be there to buy it. You learn from us how to start building the list and building the audience. So when the coaching's ready, there are people already waiting and say, I can't wait till it's done to buy. If you wait until October, you're saying, Marcus, I want to give up 3 months to build something that I have no clue if people will buy it. I have no system for them to buy it in. I don't have a process, a system, a skill. I don't mind the question, and the decision is yours. So the thing you've got to ask is, do you want to wait till October to get started, or do you want to start now and build out what you need?
Okay, thank you.
I mean, I love it. And there's no problem. I think that thought is probably a thought of a lot of people. Should I wait till next time? Should I do it later? Should I do this? Should I do that? Here's the reality of it, right? So I think last night, Coach Christian was texting me. I had to speak last night at 7 o'clock. So it was paid opportunity on Saturday I speak, etc. Here's my point in all of this, and I see Ellen, you had your hand up. The decision is up to grown people. One of the things that I'm not really big on is spending a lot of time explaining to grown people something that they want, because here's what normally happens. We want it until we have to make one critical decision. Do I want it enough to pay for it? You following? So the idea is, we all in this room know $2,000 is no money for you to get the marketing system, sales system, speaking skill, training, implementation, storytelling, scripts, etc. That's no money. As well as you learn from us how to create an offer no less than $1,000. So you need 2 sales to make back your money, but you get to keep the skill. So let's just say we spend $2,000, and then we decide which only people that get the opportunity to pay $100 a month for those who've gone through our program. So let's say you do $2,000 and that expires, what is this month? June, let's just say July, August, September, October. And then you spend $100 a month to December. You would have spent $2,200 to get 6 months of all of this. What are we talking about? Our emotional anxiety, and don't nothing show us how we feel about ourselves and about our future and about money until we get ready to make an investment. Here's why. Because our financial trauma rears its head and we start getting anxious. And watch this. Some of us are sitting in this room watching me on a $1,200 laptop or on a $1,000 cell phone and talking to me about $2,000. That's mindset. That's mindset, fam. And what I'm telling you is, with that mindset, how can we energetically ask people to pay us thousands of dollars when we emotionally think that's a lot of money? We got to break that. All right, Ellen, I want to grab your question. I want to dive right back into teaching, and I want to welcome everybody that's in.
And Marcus, just so you know, our guest speaker is in the room now.
Love it, love it. Ellen, what question can I answer for you? Oh, you're muted.
Okay.
How
Can
are
you
you,
hear me now?
sis?
Hi.
Yes, I can. How are you, cousin? How you doing?
Great, great, great. This has all been amazing. Thank you for all of this. My question is kind of piggybacking on what Coach Angela was talking about, because it's not about the funds, even though that is a part of it.
Mhm.
It's because the value is obviously there, but in doing things well, I am involved in another coaching for, coming in December or June 29th. And so I just want to be able to realistically give what I need to give to this program. And so I just want to be realistic about, because I want to do things at a certain level. When I say go, I'm ready to dive all the way in. I just want to make sure that's realistic for me to be in a program while
Mhm.
I'm trying to master what you're teaching.
Got you. What is the other thing providing for you connected to your brand and business and revenue?
It's a holistic nutrition and wellness program that I can pass over to my clients, my current clients.
Got you. So is that the space you're currently in?
Yes, online fitness.
Got you. And when you came to this, what was the thing you were looking to walk away with? What do you specifically feel like is the gap for you?
The communication piece and communicating exactly what I want in a way that my future members can hear it.
Got you. I'm going to give you an example. And I from there, here's I wish I were I wish I were more salesy, but I'm not, because I think adults, the easiest thing you're gonna do is pay the money. You're gonna have to commit to this is something that you need, et cetera. So here's my point. If somebody was thinking about fitness and wellness and they said that I want to wait to focus on my wellness until I have time to focus on my wellness, you'll realize they were hurting themselves while waiting. I'm saying that to say, if we have a fitness and wellness business and we realize that these other elements of what we're talking about now is beyond just communication and speaking, we realize this shows up as offer creation, opportunities, getting in front of more audiences, speaking, presentation, panels, carrying your message to more people, building out your community. We're talking about business development, skill development, sales development. So we have to ask ourselves, and in terms of a time commitment, do you have 4 hours a month? It's
Most
as simple
definitely.
as that. 4, 6 max, because we're talking about in room, out of room, and the ability to implement that. For us, you can get as little or as much as you want. For us, everybody doesn't show up all the time. So you can get as little as you want. You might say, Marcus, I just need to come and ask you questions about what I'm working on. You might need Q&A. I just need help implementing what I'm doing. You might need implementation. Hey, I would love to get exposed to XYZ. You might need that other piece. So that's how we build it. 4 to 6 hours a month, and it's packaged in a way that helps you with all those areas. I would also think you could take advantage of being able to use our audit, because it could look at what you're doing and see how many ways, like if you're the person that they come to, how do you scale yourself and scale the business? Meaning, how do you build other verticals and avenues of that allows you to truly be able to monetize this? Yeah. So that's the answer, but it's up to you how
Yeah.
you want to move forward with that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
My absolute pleasure. So, Tuck, if you don't mind, I want to introduce my sis. And for her to take time out of her schedule to pull up, listen to me. No, Alicia Little got the same schedule as Oprah. You understand me? Here's what I would say about who I'm bringing up next. I want to say to you again what I've said to you in privately, I say to you openly. With your schedule, you do not have to stop what you're doing to make time to show up, pull up for me in my room. You don't charge me. Like anytime I ask you there, you've helped me in terms of including AI in my emails and all of these things. I was recently at a training with Alicia Little, the queen of AI in Miami, Florida. So all of us was there, and to watch what she did for us, like it was a room of everybody there, 7, 8 figures, and showing us in essence how we can reduce our costs, increase productivity and efficiency. She's a phenomenal trainer, speaker, but most importantly, I think one of the kindest people I've ever met. I honor you. I celebrate you because you are a phenomenal businesswoman, a phenomenal speaker and trainer. I've never seen somebody who could take complex things and simplify it the way she does. So to my sister, I want to say thank you for being in the room. I know that they're going to get extreme value out of this. If you need anything from me ever in life, the answer is already yes. So to you and Lorette, y'all know y'all my people. And please tell tell Maximus to stop telling me off in my emails.
I love it. I love it. I forgot about that. We'll have to tell people about that story, Marcus.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
The
much.
stage is all yours. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here and talking to you about artificial intelligence today. It's the biggest game changer for me, and it's going to be for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive right into this presentation, and I'm going to ask you to pull up some AI tools in just a few minutes. You'll see it. And we're going to have some fun. If you're ready, just say ready, ready in the chat if you're ready. And Marcus knows I would do anything for him. He is the absolute best speaker trainer I have ever run across. I'm so honored to be in this room today. And I did ask him to do something the other day. I'm like, I need you to come on and help train my people. So I love that
relationship that we have, helping each other's communities and people. So I think that's so important. So shout out to you, Marcus. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. I see you guys saying ready. And today's presentation is about AI agents and the future of work. And why I'm so excited about this is Marcus was talking about my AI agent, Maximus, and I'm going to introduce you all to Maximus today. So you'll probably see me switching between a few tools and a few tabs as I just lock in and give you some AI training. So everybody should see my screen now. Yes, say yes in the chat. All right, Ellen, I see you shaking your head. Ellen's like, yep, I see it. All right, perfect. You guys see it. And I have the chat up too. So if you have questions, you can type them in the chat as I go along. All right, perfect. So as we talk about AI agents and the future of work, we're talking about artificial intelligence and how we're really going to leverage it to get more things done. So yes, I'm Alicia Little. I'm the founder of AI Innovision and the founder of the International Association of Artificial Intelligence Consultants. And I got started in AI back in 2017 when I was speaking at an event. It was an event for Walmart employees, right? It was called Walmart Tech Live. And the speaker in front of me was he 15 years old? Yeah, he was 15 years old at that time. And I was blown away, first of all, by a 15-year-old speaker on stage, and I was celebrating him. How many of you were speaking on stage when you were 15? Anybody? Right? And so I was like celebrating him as we celebrate each other. And then what he was talking about was how an AI system that IBM had developed, it was called IBM Watson, had beat the nation's best Jeopardy champions in a game of Jeopardy. And I was like, what in the world? And I watched this computer. Does anybody remember this time in history? Say remember if you remember it. It actually happened in 2011 when a computer beat two humans in Jeopardy. And I was like, what in the world is going on? Bobby says, I remember. Tammy says, I seen it, right? I was like, what in the world is going on? So then I started using tools with AI in it after that. But when ChatGPT came out, November of 2022, I was on day 2. And then I went on a sabbatical. Like I locked myself up for 2 weeks and went all in, like really focused on learning ChatGPT. How many of you know that when you're ready to focus on something, when you really want to improve something, you've got to like give it your time and your focus and say yes and invest in it, not just your money, but also your time, right? So I said yes to investing in it. Yeah, a lot of you say yes. So I focused on it. And then I fell in love. The first 2 days I was disappointed. I was like, this is so generic and robotic. But then I said, well, what would I do if I was sitting with a team member and I wanted that team member to do something for me? Well, what I would do with that team member is I would train them. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to train this AI. And the more I trained it, the better the results that I got, right? So that was really exciting. So today marks day 123. Somebody put 123 in the chat. Today marks day 123 that I have not logged in to my email account and manually checked my emails. Yet I am more productive and efficient than ever before in my entire life. So how is this possible? How is this possible? It's possible because I have an AI agent named Maximus, who is my AI chief of staff. And what Maximus is doing, with AI, what Maximus is doing is he's connected to my Telegram and I send him messages and then he'll send a message off for me. So I'm just going to show you this example. Even though Marcus said do not have Maximus email him again, guess what, Marcus? I'm going to do it anyway. So, and then I'm going to show you guys in just a minute. Here we go. Hey, could you send Marcus another email message? I would like an email to Marcus telling Marcus that he's amazing and that I really appreciate him having me on his live session. I'm on his live session right now. And make it like really dramatic, telling him how amazing he is. send it from you, Maximus, and put a PS in it. Like, I talk about him all the time, that he's the #1 speaker trainer in the world, that I'm referring people to him all the time that tell me they need speaker training. I'm like, don't talk to me, talk to Marcus. Make it really dramatic. I want to see the email before you send it, so show me the email. All right, thank you. So I'm going to show you what that email looks like in just a minute. But how many of you have an email box that has over 5,000 emails in your email box? Somebody just say me in the chat if you've got over 5,000 unread emails in your email box. Come on now. Tell me. All right. Oh my gosh. If you've got over 100,000, someone said they have over 100,000. Just say over in the chat if you're like, I even have over 100,000 unread emails. Oh my gosh, over 80,000. Beverly says 75,000. So what if AI could solve that one problem for you? What if it could solve that one problem for you and you never had to log into your email again? You just talk to your AI chief of staff who writes your emails for you, alerts you what's happening, even checks your calendar, has access to your Google Drive, all that kind of stuff. If that one problem could be taken away from you, what would that mean in your life? Because here's what's happened to me. So not only is Maximus checking my email for me, but he's responded to over 410 emails in the past 123 days as himself, Maximus. Over 200 emails as me, Alicia. Deleted over 1,800 spam and promotional emails. This has saved me about I would say like 19 work days of like, logging into my email when you combine it all, because I get a massive amount of email. And then it saved me 415 inbox interruptions. So I used to stop in the middle of doing something, go check my email to make sure my team hasn't emailed me. And gosh, an inbox interruption ruins everything that I'm working on. Somebody say, I hear you in the chat if you hear me. So I'm like, all right, with AI, we look for the problems that we can solve. And in this case, Maximus is solving my email problem. So do we want to see the email that Maximus wrote to Marcus? And don't worry, I'm going to show you how to set this up. I just want to show you what it is first. Do you want to see the email that Maximus wrote? Everybody says yes. All right. So let me go ahead and share my Telegram. So I use Telegram as a communication tool, but you could use Telegram, Slack, Line, WhatsApp. I like Telegram. Okay, so here's the email. Do you see it on your screen? So first of all, you see my voice note that I sent. It was 41 seconds. And then Manus comes back and says, of course, I can certainly draft that email for you. Here's a draft email for Marcus. Please let me know if you would like any changes. All right, let's read it. Subject, official notice, you're absolutely amazing. Hey, Marcus, this is an official communication from the desk of Maximus to inform you that Alicia wanted you to know you're absolutely amazing. Not just great, not just solid, amazing. Alicia wanted me to make sure this was on the record, especially when she's currently enjoying your live session. P.S. I talk about you all the time. I tell everyone that you are the #1 speaker trainer in the world, and I'm constantly referring people to you who need speaker training. I tell them, don't talk to me, talk to Marcus. Warmly, Maximus, AI Chief of Staff to Alicia Little, AI Innovision. He says, does this look good, or would you like me to make any adjustments? Yep. And so I'm going to respond back and I'm going to say, this looks good, except for the PS. It should say, Alicia talks about you all the time. Alicia tells everyone you're the #1 speaker trainer in the world. So, yep, send that email for me. Thank you. So it's going to make the changes. He's going to make the changes and send the email. So I'm just sharing what's on my phone on the computer so you can see it right there. And then he rewrites it. It looks good. Send it. Here's the thing. If Marcus doesn't reply in 1 minute, right? I want you to check in 1 minute. If you don't see a reply from him in 1 minute, I want you to send him a message saying, yo, Marcus, I sent you an email. You didn't acknowledge it. What's going on? I can't believe this. You don't have time for me? And then check again. If he doesn't respond in like 3 minutes, send him another email. Make it so dramatic that when Marcus reads it, he says, oh my gosh, come on now. All right. So my chief of staff says, understand, Alicia, I'll send that email to Marcus. If I don't see a reply in 1 minute, I'll follow up on that message you requested, expressing your disbelief and checking in on what's going on. I'll keep you updated. What's Marcus's email? And then it says, is this Marcus from Scale with Speaking? And it says Joshua Torres' event, just because Joshua messaged me a lot, or a different Marcus. And then I'm going to tell it which Marcus. Marcus Y. Rozier. And then Maximus will send that email. All right. And so now, because follow-up sometimes is what I need the most help with. And so there we go. So I've even scheduled my follow-up. What does that mean for you when you're talking about your productivity, your efficiency? What do we say about the follow-up? Somebody tell me in the chat. What do we say about the follow-up? What do we say about the follow-up? Money, money, right? Money, money. Like the fortune is in the follow-up. Yeah, the fortune is in the follow-up. So you really have to think about how you're going to use this to your advantage to be more productive and more efficient than ever before in your life. Okay, so let's talk about your unfair advantage. Who wants an unfair advantage? Just say me in the chat, because now is the time when you're early in the AI revolution to get that unfair advantage. And what we need to do to get into that unfair advantage is say you plus AI agents equals your unfair advantage. This is a new equation for business success. Now, this was my team org chart back in 2025, and it shows our marketing department. I like that, Lisa. Lisa's like me, unfair advantage. It shows our marketing department. Now, my sister Lorette is at the top of the org chart, and Ava is under her, and we have other team members. Now, the team members in green are human. All the other team members are AI agents. Now, those AI agents were team members that I created to work with the team. That's 2025. In 2026, every team member creates their own AI agents that they need to work specifically for them, right? So we move from an org chart of humans and AI on the same chart, to humans leading and having their own AI team working under them. So look at my sister Lorette. Lorette has her own AI chief of staff named Charlie. Mine is Maximus, hers is Charlie. She has Randy, who does reporting and data, who's a reporting and data expert. Patrice, who does project management, and Patty, who's her presentation specialist. Does this make sense to everybody here? So now every human has an AI team under them, like Maximus, that's doing the work for them. So start to think about, this is either you at the top, or if you have team members, start to think about, to be the most productive and efficient within a team, every team member needs their own AI agents. Does that make sense? They got it in the chat, if that makes sense. Lisa, you are winning at the gift game in the chat right now. I just want to say. Okay, so got it. Everybody says, got it, got it, got it. So how do you set up an AI team? You start with your human leader and you find out, what do they need as far as support goes? And then you can create the AI agent to do that job. And then you name every AI agent, and then you assign them specific instructions, and then you just review and improve the agents. So as an example, there's Lorette, the chief operating officer, and the AI agents that support the work that she's doing, right? Now, if this human has all these AI team members that are helping her and doing all this work, is she more productive and efficient? Yes or no? Come on, Reverend Jacqueline. Is she more efficient? Yes or no? Yes, of course. So do you want your own AI chief of staff? Who wants their own AI chief of staff? Yes? All right. Lisa, I'll answer that at the end if I have a minute. So here's your own AI chief of staff, just really quickly. Step number 1 is to sign up on a website called Manus.im. There's 2 websites that I like that can make this, Manus and Base44. But for this example, we'll use Manus.im. And then in Manus.im, they have apps. So you can connect your apps like Google Calendar, Gmail, Slack, these are some of mine that are connected, Notion. So my AI agent can help me within these tools. And then when you're on Manus, in the top left-hand corner, you click on agent. When you click on agent, it's going to tell you, how do you want to talk to your agent? It says talk to your agent where you're already communicating with it. For me, that is going to be Telegram. And then simply you give your AI agent a prompt. And so this prompt says, you are my, give your agent a name. Mine is Maximus. What are you going to name your AI agent? Someone tell me, shout it out. What you going to name your AI agent? Tell me in the chat. And then you say, every day at 7 a.m., send me a lean chief of staff briefing. Billy, Savitri, Chaz, Bebe, Benjamin. I like the Benjamin one. So I actually have this prompt here for everyone. And I'm just going to change one thing on the bottom here. Never delete or ignore anything from Marcus. I'm trying to change this part right here. So in the end, this one is for my staff. So I'm just changing it just a little to have at the bottom, it's like protected contacts and domains. So I'm like, never delete, archive, or ignore anything from Marcus Rozier. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to share this prompt with you, and it's just say prompt. And then all you do, once you have set up your Manus, you go to Manus connectors, connect your Gmail and whatever else you want it to connect to. Then you click on agent, go through the process of connecting it to your Telegram or WhatsApp, put in this prompt, and your agent is ready to go. Less than 5 minutes, boom, your agent is ready to go. Lisa, I like that name, Skylar. Coach Faith says, Esther, you're done. All right, you're done and ready to go. So that's the prompt for you. Everybody got the prompt? Say prompt in the chat if you've got the prompt. I want to make sure I dropped it in the chat. And if Marcus, if your team could just take that prompt and make sure that everybody gets it later. All right, perfect. So the key to growth in the AI revolution, it's not thinking about less humans like, oh, our ROI is going to increase if we lay off more humans. No, it's about using your humans, you have more of your humans using AI. And now we're measuring something called the return on AI labor. What? ROAIL. Someone type ROAIL in the chat, the return on artificial intelligence labor, the return on AI labor. Thanks, Marquita. So how do you measure the return on AI labor? So as an example, I have a lot of AI video ads that I run. And so I used to hire a company to create my AI video ads, and it would cost maybe $120 minimum to create an ad for me. So let's just say an ad, $120 to create an ad. So instead of outsourcing it and hiring someone else, I use the human that I already have and give them the AI tool, the AI team member they need to create them for me internally. So let's do a calculation because the numbers will speak for themselves. So the investment, $5,000 on the human team member's strategy, the human team member that's going to do this strategy, plus the AI agent salary. So how do you calculate an AI agent salary? The subscription that you're paying monthly, the token overage usage. Has anybody ever run out of tokens? Type tokens in the chat. Like the tools or the platforms that you're using, you're going to put that number aside to signify the AI agent salary. So the total investment in human salary and AI salary is $8,000 for this project. I'm just talking about one project, okay? So the output was 342 videos produced for me. And if I would have outsourced it, it would have cost me $120, okay? A video. So 342 times 120. So the savings I'm seeing by doing this now internally, I'm already paying this human, is $41,000 saved by having the human do it and have their AI agent do it. So this is my like return on AI labor in action. And so some of the things that I'm not including are what happens after these ads launch and the return on that, right? They haven't launched yet, but when they launch, I mean, I haven't had the event yet where all these ads are sending people to an event and then I sell on the event. So anyway, we think about our return on AI labor. So I'm going to come back to that in a minute. So now we talk about the AI multiplier effect. Somebody put an X in the chat to signify multiplication, multiplier, boom, boom, multiplier. So without AI, that one human would have done 20 videos in the same time frame. But with AI, the human did 342. That's a 17 times multiplier. Same human, same salary, but now they're powered by AI. So when we talk about the fact that, like, should I be using AI? Do you want to multiply everything you do? If the answer to that is no, then okay, you're going to get left behind, because who would want on their team the person that is only producing 20 a month versus the person that's producing 342? You want the person that's using AI. Yep. So when you think about the value, 342 videos, the outsourced rate I would have paid at $120. I avoided $41,000 in cost, keeping it in-house and hiring an AI team member to work on it. So you can think about this return on AI labor as being the total cost saved minus the AI labor cost, $3,000 in this case, divided by the AI labor cost multiplied by 100 to get the percentage. And that's a 1,268% return on my AI labor cost alone. Is this making sense to anybody here? But if I can look at it this way too, return on AI augmented team, the $41,000 saved minus the $8,000 for the human and the AI labor. And then that is 413% return on my AI augmented team. Okay, so you can measure it in either way. The thing is, think about it bigger and measure it so that you can see the impact that it's going to have in your business. How many of you are now ready to say, you know what, I need to hire some AI agents to work in my business because I need these type of returns? Yes, give me a me in the chat if that's you, or a dollar sign or an emoji, because this is how we really need to think about our AI. And then thinking about the fact that the future revenue and lifetime value of the new customer that these ads are going to generate me hasn't been calculated in this yet. So this number will only go up, and it will go up exponentially. So it's time to celebrate, because with this, your life will never be the same. So do you want to see my tool stack? Right? Do you want to see my tool stack? Yeah, who wants to see my tool stack? I think I have a few more minutes to see my tool stack. Yes, yes, yes. All right. My tool stack, Manus.im. We talked about that for AI agents, but it's also really good for presentations. So I just want to show you really quickly some of the presentation styles that Manus can do so well. It did this presentation, by the way. All my slides here were done by Manus.im. But you can see some of the other presentation styles. I'm just scrolling through them really quickly. And I will make this document available in the VIP section. So VIPs, you will get this document with my 27 presentation styles for Manus. So one of the things that I want to point out in these presentation styles is my prompt. So my prompt here, and I've got the 27. How many of you are VIP already? Just give me a VIP in the chat so I can see you. I did, Sandra. Yes, I did, Sandra. Yeah, VIP. Okay. So right here, and you'll see VIPs, you'll see all 27 prompts, but it says at the end, make it look like a professional illustrator sketched it live for a $25,000 agency project. One of the things that I like to do with my prompts are telling the tool what the output should look like. So it should look like I paid $25,000 to get this done. And you totally change what the output would look like because you set the standard. Somebody say set the standard. Set the standard for your AI agents. Come on now. Set the standard. So yeah, so this one here, I'll give that to you guys. All right, set the standard. So now that was Manus. The next one is ChatGPT images. I think ChatGPT images are great. ChatGPT.com/images. Tell it to create something for you. You can get a great image. Claude. I love Claude. I love the web-based version, the desktop version, and the Chrome extension. in the desktop version of Claude, something that I had Claude do recently was I had it take my files on my computer and so I told Claude, go to my downloads folder and reorganize all my files. It reorganized 617 files in about 5 minutes. Made new file folders for me. Everything looks really great. So Claude Cowork can take action on your computer. The next is a Claude Chrome extension. So the Claude Chrome extension can actually take action on the web for you. So here's a good example. I went to Twitter and I told the Claude Chrome extension to create Twitter posts for my account. I said, pay attention to what's worked in the past and then create new posts for me and go to ChatGPT images to make the image and schedule the post for the next 30 days. Done and done. So it takes over your screen. It went into my Twitter account, looked at all my Twitter posts, and then it opened up a new tab, y'all. It opened up a new tab, went to ChatGPT images and created an image for me. And I was blown away. Twitter post done for 30 days. All right. So it actually downloaded the image from ChatGPT images, took it over to Twitter and made the post. So the post that you're seeing right there on the far left side of the screen, the big image, that's when it went into ChatGPT images, made the image. Then it downloaded the image, took it over to Twitter, wrote the post copy, and put the image right there while I was off doing something else. The next one is Higgsfield Video. So I really like this tool called Higgsfield. And inside of Higgsfield, I've created a lot of videos for my social media account, my AI twins. Here's all you need to do in Higgsfield. You're going to go to higgsfield.ai. Click on videos, click on Seed Dance, upload a picture of yourself, and say what you want yourself to be doing. Boom, you're creating AI videos with Higgsfield, right? Let me see. Oh, I thought I had a video there, but I don't. Okay. The next one is Base 44. I love this for creating mobile apps. It's really good for creating mobile apps. Lisa, you're jumping ahead, Lisa. And then last but not least, HeyGen. So HeyGen has a lot of really great uses. No, you're good, Lisa. I'm just, I'm having fun with you. One of the great ways that I like to use HeyGen is having my avatar in HeyGen. The most recent version of a HeyGen avatar is called Avatar 5. So I have my avatar in HeyGen and it does all sorts of things for me. And they also have something called Live Avatar where my avatar can talk and answer my client questions. It's really amazing. So HeyGen is just a really amazing tool for me as well. Whew. So I tried to get through that as quickly as I could, and I hope that was helpful for you all. Now let's check and see if Marcus answered his email, right? So because it's showing Marcus's personal email, I'm not going to go and show what Maximus said. But Maximus said, all right, got it. Sending to Marcus. I'll monitor for his reply and follow-up email as planned. So first email to Marcus is the official one. If he didn't do that, 1 minute later, no reply. And then it's saying 3 minutes later, if there was still no reply, what to do, right? So actually, I can make this a little bit smaller and share my screen to show you. Let me see if I can get his email off of it. Anyway, Maximus did a job and is sending these emails off to Marcus. So Marcus, reply to Maximus, Coach Krisha said. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I just wanted to show you all what is possible when you really lean all in with artificial intelligence. And you know what? Maximus says Marcus still hasn't replied. Come on now, Marcus. I'm about to harass Marcus for the rest of the day. And it says, I'm sending another dramatic follow-up message to Marcus right now. So the power of AI, look at how you can use it in your business. I'm really excited for what all of you do with artificial intelligence. And as you think about your AI team and how you're going to really leverage artificial intelligence, remember, you are early to the AI revolution. Go all in, and I can't wait to see you on I can't wait to see you as you grow, multiply, and expand your business with artificial intelligence. Thank you guys so much. When you're using AI, Lisa, she has a quick question. When you're using AI, always look at your security and data privacy in your settings. Data privacy should always be where you are not allowing the AI to take your information and use it to train its models. You should always set up two-factor authentication to prevent bad people from trying to hack into your account. Set up your security settings, make sure that your accounts are secure, great passwords and that sort of stuff before you really start to set up all of this. So thank you, Bobby. Thank you, the other Alicia that's on here. Yep, Lisa says two-factor authentication. Yep, Coach Faith, I see your YouTube in the feed all the time. And Coach Faith, a lot of my YouTube shorts are my AI avatar doing those videos. So I'm able to really multiply myself, but by putting my AI avatar to work. Yes? Got it? Does that make sense? Yep. Thank
love it.
you.
Everybody
Thank
give it
you.
up for Alicia Little. Listen, Alicia, every time you come in, I'm like, how does she stay on top of all these tools? You're always talking about new tips and tricks and strategies. So everybody give it up one more time in the chat for Alicia. And thank you. You guys don't realize she's been on back-to-back calls today. And she was like running to get in here. So everybody show her some love in the chat. So thank you, Miss Alicia Little. We appreciate you. The #1 AI educator in the world, y'all, on the stage with us. So was that amazing? Drop one takeaway you have in the chat. One takeaway you have in the chat real quick from that session. What was your biggest aha moment, your biggest epiphany moment that you're going to implement and put into play in the next day or two? Let me know in the chat. The stack. All right. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? I got to build my AI team, human support using AI team. I need my chief of staff, protect my privacy. Ooh, these are good takeaways. So what we're going to do is we're going to end out with one last word from Marcus Y. Rozier. We do have a VIP session. Don't forget, with Seven, Buffin's going to be showing you all how to use content to grow your business and how you can speak on social to scale your influence. So she's going to be coming up in just a little bit, but everybody go ahead, welcome Marcus back up to the stage real quick. Let's go ahead and put a fire emoji in the chat. Marcus, we'll let you end out, brother, and I'll come back up for some last announcements at the very end.
Will do. Let me just first say thank you to Alicia. One of the things I love is, man, her style. Just, I'm a student of speaking, so I always watch people's style. She is a phenomenal trainer because she can take complex ideas and condense and simplify them. So one of the things I hope you guys are paying attention to, to have all of that knowledge. Imagine what Alicia is doing is phenomenal because she's introducing people to a new idea, which requires a different presentation style. So I want you guys to pay attention to, if you're doing something that you are connecting an association, something they already know, you can just teach that. But whenever it is you're introducing something that someone isn't familiar with, you can't just do auditory learning. You have to go visual learning, and your style has to be more training. So I want you all to make sure you're paying attention to anything you're growing, whether it is a product, apparel line, whether it is a software, whether it's Base 44, whether it's building AI agents. You can't scale that without speaking. What I watch is, at least one of the things, she's the queen of AI, but what is she typically doing? Training and speaking. Because I think it's a superpower. So imagine having all of that knowledge and information, but not being able to communicate it. We will be robbed. We will be robbed of this tremendous gift. And I love her energy every time. Everybody say yes, yes. I'd be in the room like, yes, yes. I'd be feeling a little less masculine, but yes, yes. Money, money. Like, I love it. Man, why I can't be more like her? Like, I absolutely love it. She's one of my favorite trainers. And I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story really quick as we get ready to close out. I was at, I was hosting an in-person entrepreneur speaker training. So we do these things where it's a 2-day coaching program. We bring people in, they come in the room and they leave with our entire coaching program in 2 days, but they actually get on stage and speak. We do mock interviews for panels. We do mock podcasts, but we'll teach it to them the first half of the day. Second half is like live demonstration, and you get to get graded on mastery of the skill. So in between that, at lunch, I go rush over and do like a session with, I think it was Alicia and a few other people there. I rushed back to mine. And the next day I had to speak again. So I was telling Alicia, I was like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go prepare. They want me to do slides and I never use slides. I gotta do slides for tomorrow. She's like, why aren't you using AI? And I'm one of them. AI can't do what Marcus can do. I wish an AI would. She said, well, just tell me your ideas. The whole time I'm talking, she's documenting it. She's like, check your email. It's my full outline. She said, no, it's not replacing you. It's synthesizing your thoughts into a system. It's not AI tell me what to say. It's I say it and AI is able to synthesize it to mirror it because I couldn't get on stage and just quote what AI does. So I think everybody needs AI and everybody needs Alicia Little. I'm just happy your last name starts with an L. If your last name started with an I would be really mad. Like, okay, this is a setup. This whole thing is a setup. I love you absolutely to life. Can we just say one more time? Thank you, Queen of AI. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My team thanks you. I thank you. And tell Maximus, leave me alone. Y'all, if y'all would see how she was doing me in Miami, it was bad. She had Maximus say every time he don't respond, send an email every 30 minutes. What I tell you. Woo! I came back and I talked to Coach Christian. She runs our entire coaching program, Elise, and I was like, okay, we need everything that she mentioned. Like absolutely everything that she mentioned. So many of you have heard from her. So here's what I want to do really quick as we get ready to wrap up because it's 3:00 and I'm fishing with time. Thank you so much, Alicia. To make time like all day long, rumbling, session, interview, which I think is phenomenal. So here's what we want to do as we wrap up. Two things. I want to ask you all really, really quick. How many of you all, I don't want to just ask, did you get value? How many of you all are seeing like, wow, this is one of those weeks you'll remember forever because you didn't just learn information. How many of y'all are seeing the difference? You're not just learning information. It's showing us very, very succinctly, like, man, this is the piece. Who clearly can see this is the thing that changes everything for you. Like, you're not just having an aspiration. I see Lisa sees it. Everybody's seeing this like this is a game changer. We thought long and hard was like, do we just do a webinar? And I was like, well, no, because there's so much to share. Do we do a 5-day challenge? No, we couldn't do that because so when we decided to do this and do it free, it was like, okay, this is insane. I want to mention something really quick as we wrap up, and I want to celebrate everybody that is here. 200 plus people. We lost a few folks. I guess they said gotta go. Poor little tink. I want to mention something really quick that is not a part of Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind, but I just want to make you aware of it. Is that okay? I mention something that we're doing that's near and dear to my heart. Is that okay? Y'all are phenomenal. Thank you. So here's one of the things that is near and dear to my heart. St. Clair, Dr. Renee, Latasha Kim, that's near and dear to my heart. For years, I know what it is like to be the best kept secret and always feel like other people were getting opportunities I wasn't getting. I remember applying to speak at Essence Festival and I got all the way down to the end and they chose someone else because that person it was like, man, everybody loved you in our meeting. We wanted you to do this, and activation, but they had a bigger brand than you. Man, you were the best speaker, but this, and I kept losing out on opportunities, missing opportunities, etc. Or it was times where the people that I trained was getting the opportunities where I went to an event and 7 of my clients spoke on stage and they didn't invite me to speak, which I wasn't mad at all. It was exciting that they got a chance to. But one of the reasons for it was they said, man, you're phenomenal at teaching, but not good at sales. And a friend told me this before. So I had to develop all of these skills, not just teaching. I had to learn presenting, which is a very different thing. I had to learn training. Brittany, I didn't start getting big 6-figure contracts until I moved away from a 45-minute to an hour speech to being able to do 8 hours, 16 hours, or being able to spread out a training over a whole year. So it's a very different skill from speaking to then where you're licensing your information, where you can do licensing deals where you don't show up at all. You're training a person to teach your stuff. That's a whole nother bag. There's workshops, there's trainings, there's presentations, there's conversational learning, and the list goes on and on and on. Probably the lowest amount you get is an actual speaking engagement. 30 to 30, 45 minutes, et cetera. So I think I get 25 right now, we're anywhere from 25 to 35,000 for a speaking engagement. That's the lowest amount we get. Whereas for trainings, workshops, consulting, where we're actually implementing a system, you get a whole lot more money. So I'm saying that to say, as you spread out and develop more skills, you're using one thing to diversify it in a multitude of ways. I call it the God model, where God took one day and diversified it over 7. There's no difference between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So how do you take speaking and diversify that one idea in different formats? Much like, please hear this clearly, a book and an audiobook is the same thing, different formats. So you're not selling different things, so it's easier to communicate it. A book, an audiobook, and a self-paced course on the book is the same thing in a video format, but it's 3 different forms of revenue. So you get $20 for the book, you might get $40 for the audio, you might get $100, $200, $300 for the course. Can we see how the same information can be diversified? I wish someone would have told me this and said, hey, Marcus, you can take Win the Day, 10 Strategies for Winning Life, your first book, and you can sell the book for $20. I sold 10,000 copies of that. And I think in like 90 days, we went on to be that's what got me to Africa, Johannesburg, Soweto, et cetera. But I also was able to go and do, watch this, a presentation on how to write books, but also do a corporate training on the time management principles that was in the book. But if I'm speaking on the book, while there, I also was on radio in Johannesburg, Soweto, and Pretoria, South Africa. But what I did on radio is not the same presentation style of what I needed to do in the workshop. Are we seeing this? All of these are different formats and different styles. I wish someone would have taught me so I could have got more opportunities sooner. So one of the things, this part is not a part of Entrepreneur Speaker. This is not an offer that you can just click and get access. I want to talk about it very quickly. We're doing something that I have never done, where I'm taking about 30 people or so, and I'm hand walking them through our certification to let them master the skills. So what happens is I'm going to actually show them my actual speaking system, so they'll learn how to choose their speaking genre. When I say speaking genre, whether you're going to be a workshop trainer, I'm going to show you how to develop at least 2 to 3 different genres. Make sense? So you have more than one. So they'll learn speaking, but not just how to speak, but how to find your speaking genre, how to price your speaking genre. And I will work with them to develop their signature speech, so they get an actual asset out of it. Now, what's dope about this, Dr. Olivia, not only do you get the skill, but you get the asset. Make sense? So you have extra, but I don't just want them, St. Clair, to have the asset and have the skill. At the end of each month through the certification, we stream you live presenting it. So you'll present in the room and you'll present online. Now, what's dope about this is just the first part. People in the room, we get to vote. Out of the 40 people, 30 people, the room votes on who are the top featured speakers. It's only going to be 5 to 7 of them. And they're the ones that's going to get a chance to speak virtually online. Y'all following this? Now, here's what's dope, Brittany. When they speak online, now the internet gets to vote, because the goal is throughout the program, when we go to the end of the certification and the celebration, the winner, I give money for them to run ads, run their own event. They get to go on podcasts. They get to speak on my stage. They get to be on my event. The winner gets all of those things, right? So now watch this. I'm gonna go really fast. Everybody gets to join the celebration, but only those who master the skill get the certification, because the certification is rooted in the mastery of communication. It's science-based. So they'll get speaking. I'll walk them through storytelling. So they will learn how to do an entire presentation where you only get to tell 2 stories. It's not random, so you'll learn how to teach from story. We'll also do panels and we'll do panels and podcasts. So it'll be mock panel and podcast interviews. and then we'll actually go into presentation and pitching. We will get a chance to actual practice pitching your offer. So now what happens under each of these? Under speaking, we build your signature speech. Under storytelling, we develop your top 3 to 5 stories. In real time, I'll tell you exactly how to tell it, what to tell it, and you practice doing it. Under podcasts and panels, you do mock interviews, and you'll prepare for the top 10 questions and how to answer them. And under pitching, you'll learn the 5 parts of the perfect pitch. So you'll know how to transition to your close, you'll know how to start, you'll know how to present the information. So now you're walking away with 4 assets: a signature speech, your stories. You're also walking away with knowing how to get on panels and do micro speeches and interviews. And you're also walking away with learning how to pitch it. That's a certification. You're with me, I'm hand holding you and actually building those assets, and you become a certified entrepreneurial speaker. Those are the only speakers that I'm going to be giving speaking engagements I turn down, I'll give to them because I know they mastered the skill. We get a lot of invitations. I don't do a whole lot of them. It doesn't match each place. Like currently, I got asked to speak for a school. I don't speak to students. I don't speak to kids. I turn all of those opportunities down. In Jacksonville, Florida, they wanted me to do something for Juneteenth. They had $7,500. It was this week. I'm not going tomorrow, as you can see. So that's an opportunity that someone could have, $7,500 plus travel. The goal is I can't refer someone that has not mastered very specific skills. And then I can show you how, while you're in a city speaking, how to also create your own stage and do press runs to be able to get the most out of it, host your own events, et cetera. That is entrepreneurial speaker certification. Does that make sense? This is not a class. You have to present. If you're afraid to speak, do not apply. There is I don't do nothing on saying you can do it. You can do it. No, we believe in you. Next. Okay. This is accelerated for people. This program does not talk about business at all. It is the mastery of speaking. Okay. So the goal of that is for me to create. I was telling Chris, I was like, I want to create more people that we can refer. People, if we know we have 3 certifications we're working on, we know we got international opportunities and our TED Talk and our stages. And moving forward, our event in October, only our entrepreneurial speakers will speak on our stage. Only our entrepreneurial speakers speak in our summits, and we want a Rolodex of people that we can refer that have these skills that are mastered. What you guys will notice, any summit I do, the only people that you hear from are people I've worked with. Coach K, Seven Buffins, Alicia. If you see anybody, normally you only hear from people I've worked with. If we bring in David Power Talks, I've worked with them. Anybody you hear, we've worked with because we know they developed a skill, okay? So that's what that looks like. That's what that sounds like. What do y'all think? Is that a brilliant idea? Because it's like gamification, because every month you're actually doing a presentation and the room is voting on it. And then every month you're actually presenting online as well. And then at the end, I forgot to tell y'all, out of all the people with the celebration and all that, there's going to be 5 to 7 featured speakers at the big celebration that'll happen in Atlanta, Georgia. Cool? All right, so that's going to be so dope. And somebody's going to win a bag and their own virtual event and all that, because podcast tour, their whole virtual setup, things of that nature. All right. So here's what I'll do. Team, there's an application for this. We look you up, we research you. I'm going to be honest with you. And if you hear me saying we research you scares you, don't apply. You shouldn't, because you're not ready. If me looking you up scares you, this ain't for you. Because speaking gonna explode your business very fast. Because this is the only group that gets to do what we call exposure weekends, where you get to, like certain times when I go to speak, you can tag along with me, where I add you into my writer. We've done this before in Atlanta. You backstage with me. We've done this for Melanin Money Weekend. We're also doing it again in July for Melanin Money Weekend, where I'll be inviting 3 to 5 people to go along with me to see the whole process, green room, et cetera. And you can ask me questions. And July 24th, I'll be in Miami, where I'm doing a mastermind. I've got a consulting client I'm working with, and there's a yacht day we're going. So I think 1 or 2 people can come for that exposure weekend. So this group can y'all hear it? Like, my goal is to create another me, to create opportunities. So this is like, I'm very hands-on with you on this. All right. Team, do me a favor really quick. Drop the application. And I'm trying to talk you out of this because it's not for you. Dr. Livy, here's my mentor said to me, a dude named Dr. Bias. He said, if somebody could tell you to not do something and you listen, you would never qualify to do it. If you could tell me to not speak and I listen, I'm not a speaker. If you could tell me to not build my business and I listen, I was never supposed to build it, because I'm going to need to hear no's and push through that. So I'm saying to you, if that scares you, do not do it, because this is intense. This is making you an entrepreneur speaker where you flat-footed can stand on any stage at any time. You can speak from memory. There'll be times that you will do that. You'll do a 7-minute speech from memory where I drop the subject in the room. I'll pull up, listen to this, invites that I received to speak places where they gave me the topic, and I'll show you all how to decide what you're going to speak on. We'll build it in the room and you'll present it. Hey, the invite is this for this much. Here's how you reply, because you're learning how to develop and build this out. Can y'all see how different that is? All right. I will give us, I think, 3-4 minutes to apply for this really quick. Once you have done it, say done, and then we're going to transition into VIP. I wanted to make sure I at least talked about that. Here's why I'm doing it. Here's why I'm doing it here. On Friday, we make the announcement publicly. I have not made the announcement for this publicly yet. So on Friday, we announced this to my social media. We also announced this to my YouTube. We are going to announce this to our email list. We'll be looking through these. It'll probably take us about a week or so. You will be interviewed for this. Okay. So once you apply, if accepted, you'll get on a call with someone and there'll be an interview. They'll ask you a series of questions, and then they'll tell you in terms of investment and things of that nature on the spot. Okay. Does that make sense for everyone? All right. Lisa said, I don't have a 500 email list. I can't apply. You can, if you have business. Now you do have to have a business. You do have to have a business. Does anybody want to know why we asked that question about email lists? Y'all should ask me. I like to tell all my business because I want you to be able to do it. Can y'all tell that's how my business works? I tell you how to do what I do because I want you to be successful. Because one of the things I'm going to show you how to do is how to create your own stage and your own revenue. So the email list matters because you'll get an opportunity to create virtual events and you'll be able to follow our model to do it. So you won't just speak on other people's stages. You'll learn how to create 4 different types of stages. Okay. So can you say how dope this is? It's not just that stage. You'll create multiple different types of stages. All right. Let me hush so y'all can fill this out. Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done. Say done when you're done. Krisha, what you think? Is this crazy?
No, I think it's a great opportunity. Like, who holds your hand to ensure you become a better speaker? Not only become a better speaker, get booked on stages, but creates the stage for you. Like, definitely dope.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell them the other bonuses and things of that nature of what all I'm adding into it that's going to change the game. Because I just found a way to find upcoming TED Talks and TEDx and figure out what they're looking for. And we're going to compile a Rolodex of that as well as upcoming speaking engagements. So this might be the only one that there'll be a list of upcoming gigs, and we'll even show you how to pitch for them. All right.
Love that.
You are my speaking coach. I wrote it down in September 2025, and I am now. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. No problem, Kay. That means the mastermind is for you. No problem, Kay. If it's not for you, that means the mastermind is for you. This one does have very, very hard. Here's why it does. I want to make sure that we don't talk above your head where you feel lost or overwhelmed. So we want to make sure we're matching you with the opportunity that fits you so we can grow you to that. So that would mean, K-Souls, that the mastermind is for you because that's when we develop the business surrounding it. So when you are a certified entrepreneur speaker, you now have the business backing it so you can really explode this out. Does it make sense for you, Kay? That would definitely mean that the Entrepreneur Speaker Mastermind is for you. All right, Tucker, I know we're jumping into, is 7 ready?
Yep, she's ready. Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. Well, today concludes and ends day 2 of Scale with Speaking Summit. Tomorrow, family, we get into all things speaking. If you were the one that was like, I need the speaking skill, I want to double down on that. Tomorrow is very heavy on speaking, where we'll be pausing and doing some things workshop style as well. for you to be able to map through it. So one element of it, we want to make sure that you learn at least the ingredients of storytelling, things of that nature. So tomorrow is speaking to grow your brand. So you hear the skill of speaking and you're here speaking to sell. What is a speak to sell presentation? That's what's going to happen tomorrow. Before we go, I see Don. Before we go, I want to pray with you and pray for you. Patricia Dixon, that is totally different from this. All right. What I'm doing for Alicia Little and AI Consultants is that masterclass is totally different from Scale with Speaking. Okay. Scale with Speaking is one thing. Tonight, I'm doing a training for Alicia Little for her AI consultants and showing many of them, hey, you have the business. Now, how do we grow this? How do we leverage this thing that we've learned? We got certified as AI consultants, but now how do we get clients? How do we sell? How do we massively grow this and get more revenue? So that's happening tonight. Can y'all see your boy is working? Your boy is working, Jack. All right, let me pray with you, pray for you before we can leave out of here. Father, I thank you for the blessed opportunity to serve your most prized possession, your people. Here's what I ask. If I've done anything that dishonors you, and dishonors your people, you know my heart and my intention. I pray that you will not let them be hindered by my inadequacies. They're here because they want something and they need something. If they couldn't get it from me, may you help them to discover that. I pray that you will give them the opportunity to accelerate what they do. Your word says in Psalms 1 that whatsoever we do will prosper. So I pray that the blessing is in the doing, not in the thinking, that you will activate them to execute what you've given to them. I'm believing for this and more starting now. In Jesus' name, amen. We're jumping to VIP, everybody.
Love it.
VIPs,
Jumping into
VIP.
VIP. So if you're a VIP member, make sure that you go ahead. We're going to hop in there at 3:30. All right. We're going to give you guys, I know some of y'all been in front of that computer for 3.5 hours. So I know Ellen's shaking her head. She's like, I need a drink. So go get a drink real quick. Go use the restroom. 3:30. We are going to text you the link for VIP. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm looking right, it's the same link as yesterday. So if you look back through your text thread, same link as yesterday, but we're going to text and email it again. Just give us a couple minutes and we're going to make sure that you all get that. If you're here and you haven't gotten the VIP upgrade yet, you still can do so. You get lifetime access to all of the replays, including that conversation that Alicia Little just had. Plus, on top of that, you get this VIP session, recordings of yesterday's VIP session, and an extra VIP session tomorrow. All right. So go ahead, make sure you all click that link in the chat to go ahead and upgrade to VIP to be in the next room. We're going to go from about 3:30 until about 4:30 or so. All right. So we'll see you all in a few minutes. Reminder, tomorrow is the last day at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're here in the room. We don't want you to miss out on the final session. All right. Now I do owe one giveaway, and we're gonna do a Meta Glasses giveaway at the very end of VIP because Meta Glasses won, Coach. I don't know if you knew that, but the Meta Glasses poll won. So we're gonna be giving away some Meta Glasses at the very end of the day, at the end of VIP.
Can I win them? Because I just lost my Meta Glasses case. I can't win, can I?
No, unfortunately, no, Marcus. They may think it's
I'm just paying for it. Never mind. Since I'm paying for it, I might as well buy me a pair too.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So let's, I do want to give a shout out to the winner though. We did pick one person. Let me see if they're still in the room. They were here. Yep, the person's here. So you all went and you shared that you were subscribed on YouTube. I appreciate everybody going and giving Marcus support on YouTube over there. So we did pick the winner out, and the winner of our YouTube giveaway is, everybody put drum roll in the chat, put drum roll in the chat. Hope they didn't leave just now. Okay, they didn't. Great. All right. The winner of our last prize for the day for following and subscribing to Marcus' channel is, they spelled his name wrong, but it's all good. It's Deb Ferrer. Deb, are you here? Deb Ferrer? Did I say the last name right? Deb, welcome. Congratulations. I love it. You just won. Our team's going to reach out to you, and we appreciate you for being here in the room. We saw, I don't know if you guys can see, but there it is. She is subscribed on YouTube. So thank you so much, Deb. We appreciate you. And we'll be reaching out very soon. So make sure you come back tomorrow. I got more giveaways. We'll do one at the very beginning. So thank you guys for being here. We're closing this out. We'll see you.